Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WFC 163 here on Spectation Sports. We are live from the gorgeous Pechongo Casino and Resort in Temecula, California for a night of professional boxing. My name is Chris J. This is my partner, Drew Marin. Drew, are you ready for a night of boxing?
I'll tell you what, the energy in this room is absolutely insane right now. We got Chris Cyborg in the house. It's North versus South tonight in the big main event, and plus a lot of great amateur fights still to come.
Absolutely. 6 professional bouts, 3 amateur bouts. We're getting ready to start. It's the big one tonight. Chris Cyborg, let's head up to the ring for our first amateur fight.
Casey Rifleman Macias.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first contest is going to be Casey Macias versus Janias Bracerto, a.k.a. Slime Time. This is an amateur bout fighting at 135 pounds. Interesting local-oriented matchup. However, Janias is coming out from Tucson, Arizona, Drew, to join us here outside of San Diego to fight the local Huntington Beach kid, Casey Macias.
Yeah, you know, the Huntington Beach boy's got a lot of fans here. You just heard the whole arena just erupted when they announced his name. He's been training hard for this one because you don't want to let the local folk down.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we remind our viewers this is an amateur contest, so it will be 3 rounds of 2 minutes worth of boxing, scored slightly different than professionals. Usually a quicker pace, faster pace with the headgear. People take a lot more chances, so it should be an action-packed, exciting fight to kick off the night.
The best part about the amateurs is, you know, this is a learning experience for them. They've been training in the gym. They come out with a lot of nerves. So we'll see how this ambi fight starts. But usually you see a lot of nerves. They start throwing a lot of punches right out the bat. And then they start to settle in after some time. Their coaches are trying to calm them down. So we'll watch and see if that's the case here.
Absolutely. It usually starts out very fast and furious in an amateur fight. So we'll see if we have that here tonight.
We got the blue corner, though. Johannes, he's looking pretty
Ladies and gentlemen,
long, slender kid.
this contest is
he has a lot of
scheduled
power
for
up top there.
3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Brought to you by Pechonga Casino Resort. Your judges at ringside are Pat Russell, Alejandro Rochin, and Jerry Cantu. And the third man in the ring is referee Ray Amendetis. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner in the all blue, from Tucson, Arizona. He stands at 5 foot 8 inches, weighs in at 133.6 pounds. His record is 5 victories and 1 defeat. Introducing Janias Slime Time Bracerto. His opponent fighting across the ring in the red corner, in the black and white, from Huntington Beach, California. He stands at 5 foot 6 inches, weighs in at 135 pounds. Has a record of 3 victories and 2 defeats. Introducing Casey Rifleman Macias. Let's take our final instructions from referee Ray Armanderas.
Gentlemen, I want you to take a look at me. Look at me. See this right here? From here on up is legal, okay? Yours is good on this side. I've given you instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean, fair fight. Touch gloves if you want. Back to your corners. Wait for the bell.
All right, we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. WFC 163 has begun with our first fight of the night, an amateur fight of Casey Macias versus Slime Time Bracerto.
Yeah, Ray Amendetis giving the proper instruction there. All the punches got to be above the belt in these amateur fights, but we'll see. They both get low. Interesting start. You see them got really low, starting to get. That's where you got to be careful because you start hitting below the belt at that angle.
Yeah, absolutely. And referees tend to be much, much more conscientious of hard shots. Obviously, standing eights do exist in amateur boxing, so they want to keep the fighter safe. Very evenly matched contest tonight when you have a fighter who has 5 fights versus a fighter with 6 fights. You don't see that a lot in amateur. So these are 2 fighters that should be at the same level, and so far I think we're seeing that.
Yeah, you're seeing the red corner right now, Casey, with his hands pretty low. Usually, you know, you see the blue corner, he's keeping his hands up high, but he seems to be the aggressor so far early in round number 1.
Mm-hmm. Slime Time fighting out of the southpaw stance for the majority of the fight so far. Has a little height on his opponent, Casey, so you'd like to see him use that height advantage and pop that jab a little more.
But look how Casey's opening the door. He's lunging in and opening the door. You got to be careful with that because Slime Time, all he has to do is let one rip and catch it. There he goes. He's dropping his hands down to his waist again.
Leaning in for a lot of shots, which is something that you definitely want to work on as your career goes forward.
But this is amateur boxing. You're seeing coaches giving a lot of instructions from the corner, trying to keep their fighters in position.
Casey dropping that very, very comfortable, clearly. But Slime Time's already let's see, switching stances right now, Drew, which is interesting. He seemed to have a little more success as a left-hander.
I noticed that. He's got a really good jab. He's a pretty long, lanky kid, so got pretty good reach on that jab. We'll see how he uses that throughout the rounds here.
Absolutely. Ooh, big haymaker there from Casey. And you'll notice that the rounds in an amateur fight go by very quickly. Certainly not if you're in there, but on the outside, that bell comes really, really quick.
There you see him getting his hands up a little higher now. Casey getting instruction from his coach there. And now it's Slime Time. There is the sound. So there's 10 seconds. That's how quick it's go. Now they're going to start going hot and heavy, get a little wrapped up in the end. Couple slaps to the side.
Great, and our first round is in the books. WFC 163 is off and running. Good, fairly matched first round by all standards.
It is. They came out a little more composed than I thought they were going to, you know. Usually the first round of the night, there's a lot of anxiety, and you see these fighters really come out and start charging after each other.
Yeah,
But,
I'd really like to see Briserto go back to that southpaw stance, so especially if you have an opponent in front of you that tends to drop that lead hand as a southpaw, that's a Merry Christmas because there's a lot of space to fire that jab.
opened it up. He's opened it up. I'm sure his coach is talking about that right now.
Yeah. And I think we should note what a fantastic experience to be an amateur fighter to fight at the Pechanga Resort and Casino on the undercard of a major professional fight. You don't see that a lot.
This place is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked on this property. For some reason, I come from Nevada, and I thought I was in Nevada. I'm like, we don't have that nice of a casino in Vegas. I mean, this is
absolutely
insane.
beautiful.
They
But
did
this is a big
wonderful
deal to be in a massive arena like this to fight on an amateur show. Usually amateur shows are in gyms or in high school auditoriums. So these they're grown men, obviously, but what a great experience for their career.
Yeah, definitely. This is good experience. But both these guys have quite a few fights under their belts. So, you know, this isn't like any debut fighter. You can see they have a little bit of experience there.
They still technically fall in the novice division, which is under 10 fights for amateurs. But they've also had a few fights. And it's an interesting point in someone's career. Are you going to keep moving into that open division, or are you happy to say you had a couple amateur fights and I'm good?
Usually the coaches are really weigh the talent and see if they're ready. They want to make sure they're mature. They want to make sure they have a solid mind on them because, you know, majority of this is mental.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is where you get that experience. This is where you get the fear, the jitters. You get to overcome those things in the amateur, so you're ready when it comes time to take that headgear off.
A lot of coaches are like, 90% of it is tailoring the mind. There is a beautiful jab by Casey.
A little showboating from Casey there. And that's one thing you have to keep in mind, too. Judges at the amateur level, Drew, they tend to frown upon the showboating. This is not professional boxing. They take it very seriously. It's very respectful. They don't necessarily like a guy doing the ollie shuffle halfway through a round that he may not be winning, you know?
Yeah, you know, kids these days, they like to have a little bit of fun. They get after it, you know. They see all the guys they looked up to online and, you know, all these videos, and they try to show. But, you know, we've seen it more often than not. And I have in my 10 years of calling these events, you know, you start showboating, showing a little too much confidence, and that's when bad things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see, again, Slime Time, obviously fighting out of the blue corner. He just needs to keep those punches nice, straight, and sharp. Casey is very wide with his shots. He leaves a lot of openings, but I don't necessarily think Slime Time's taking advantage of it. Right there was a perfect example. If he would have fired that right hand straight, it would have been right down the pipeline.
He didn't follow it up. He had a great start there. And Casey seems to be very active on his feet.
Yeah.
And Slime Time seems to be more flat-footed.
Yeah.
Than you see Casey up on the balls of his feet moving forward.
We're already out of the second round. It's always just such a twist as an announcer to get into that rhythm of 2 minutes because it happens so quick.
It really does, but, you know, these amateur guys put on a good show here early.
A little bit of blood coming out of the nose of Barista. Slime Time. Nothing serious.
And that was that jab that Casey caught him with early on. He caught him pretty solid, kind of knocked him back on his feet.
Yeah.
Didn't lose him for very long. He was able to get back into it. Kind of woke him up a little bit, but you know, Slime Time's got to get more on the balls of his feet. He's got to be more the aggressor because that's what the judges are looking for.
Yeah, it's also interesting to say, and we should note to people watching that are familiar with amateur boxing, these are currently not under USA Boxing amateur rules. They're actually under the California Commission, which allows amateur athletics. They judge it slightly different, and I think the refereeing changes to a degree because these are professional referees. They don't do a lot of amateur fights. They're a little quicker to let things get crazy, which is fun as a viewer.
It is true, but remember, I mean, a lot of these referees have been doing this a very, very long time, and they work their way up through the amateur ranks. So even though they've been doing mostly pro fights, they still haven't forgotten
where they came
started.
from. Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
And these guys are experienced. I've seen these guys around for many, many years, even though they're only 29 years old. I mean, I don't know how they age so well.
Yeah. I think right now we could be looking at an even fight, or I think you could give a slight edge to Casey, but the fight could be in the balance with this round.
Yeah, I mean, so far I have Casey up just by an edge, though, because he's been the aggressor.
Yeah.
He's moving around and really making slide time work for his touches.
Very well-matched fight to start things off so far, though.
The only thing is Casey keeps his hands so low. That's going to be dangerous once he starts going up more experienced fighters, because they're just going to step back and let one fly.
Yeah, absolutely. Once he moves into the open division, when people capitalize on those little mistakes, that will be a problem. But, he's learning as he goes, and definitely the aggressor, and I think that's edging the rounds for him so far.
I agree. And slide time, he's got good. His hands are in good position. His body, he's got good body angle. He probably could be moving around a little bit more, circling around, getting out of Casey's jabs and kind of countering that. So he'll start to learn that as he starts growing through the ranks.
And you often see in amateur boxing, that third round when people start to get tired, a lot of hugging tends to happen.
Yeah, that's...
Looks like he got Slime Time's attention with one of those shots there. And with amateur boxing, one big punch, Drew, can win a round.
Definitely. You're absolutely right. It doesn't, the referees are looking for two things. They're looking for who's doing the aggressive, who's the aggressor. They're looking for a number of touches, and obviously solid. And there's a nice little jab by Slime Time before he comes in. And that's what I'm talking about. He came in leading with his head almost, and Slime Time didn't have a lot of power on it, but he still got a good touch.
Yeah, usually when it comes to amateur boxing, straight is great. Keep him right down the middle, and you will have success.
Casey's going with haymakers, though. He just winding up from deep in his pocket and letting them fly. Now you see him get his hands up a little more. He got touched with that one. He's like, oh, boy. Now he got him again.
Always good to flow.
That's twice in a row. Hey, got him a third time. See, he's got to keep those hands up. And he misses, and then he gets hit in the side.
A little roughhousing tactics.
Better round for Slime Time, and this third round was probably his best round.
Yeah, absolutely. I could easily see a 2-1 win for Casey there. Great fight to start things off. Well-matched, even. Good showing from both fighters.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see these two grow through the ranks. I mean, Casey's got a lot of power. Technically, a few things to work on, which I'm sure his camp will work all of them. He got a good smile on his face. And, Slime Time, it was almost like he was a little bit intimidated in the beginning, really started to come out in that third round.
Yeah.
I think you throw 2 or 3 more rounds on there, you see Slime Time really start to fall in.
Very interesting, yeah. Good, solid fight, and that's the first of 3 amateur fights tonight, and then we move on to our professional portion of the card. 6 professional fights, including the main event.
Yeah,
the return of Cyborg. We'll be talking about obviously throughout the night.
How many years have you been watching her compete on TV, on UFC, and all the Bellator? And she's here
tonight
in the casino tonight.
Entering the professional boxing ring, which
2-0.
2-0. First fight is often considered an exhibition. There were some interesting things that happened with the commissions on that. But, yes, she's had 2 experiences as a professional fighter.
When you're in the ring, I don't care about any of the crap. When you're 2-0, you're 2-0. You got to give these fighters credit, you know?
100%.
They're doing it, we're not.
That's true.
That's how I look at it. But, yeah.
Cool. Casey's feeling himself right now. I think he knows he has the decision, so he is pumped up.
Yeah, they're going to hug it out, get the camaraderie. But, yeah, I tell you, I like the way he really showed aggression in that fight. He really was pushing.
You know what I would say, Drew, is that's exactly the talent level that you would see of an amateur with around 5 fights, right? It's a little further along from someone who's had 1, 2, or 3, but it's not quite to somebody who's had 10. Very, very fair showing for both guys. They are where they should be.
Definitely. And I think Slime Time, he's a younger kid. He's a long-legged kid. He starts filling out a little bit more, starts settling into his power. He'll be a great fighter coming up. Just stick with it.
To our scorecards, here are the score totals. Judges Pat Russell, Alejandro Rochin, and Jerry Cantu all score this contest the same, 30-27. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision, Casey Rifleman Macias.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you about some of the wonderful sponsors we have tonight. WFC is brought to you by JYM Gym Supplement Science, founded by renowned sports nutrition and supplement expert Jim Stopani. The Gym brand is based on real science, highest quality ingredients, and above all, full transparency. Make sure to scan the QR code and use the promo code for 10% off your order. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, our second amateur fight of the night, Rolando Villo versus Andres Rosales.
This is going to be a good one, boys and girls. I tell you.
Absolutely. Both of these two fighters hail from very good gyms. Rosales is out of Raincross. Villa is out of Warzone. They see each other a lot at amateur matches.
Yeah.
These two gyms are, equals, partners, but they're in the Southern California scene, and these fighters are probably seeing each other, and they're both at the same record level. Villa has 1 fight. Rosales has 2. Again, a well-matched, fair fight.
Definitely, and like I said, these two, you said it best. These are two of the more prestigious gyms in the area, and definitely carry a lot of the great coaches.
Ladies
So
and
these guys have
gentlemen,
had a lot
making
of
his ring
coaching,
walk to
a
the
lot of
blue
experience,
corner,
a lot of training under their belt.
introducing
It's gonna be fun tonight.
Rolando Villa.
All right, heading to the ring is Villa out of Warzone Boxing. And you may be familiar with the wonderful gym of Warzone. They have several fighters that are standouts on the circuit.
Plus, he's got a great goatee.
Yeah,
You know,
that is solid.
that's bonus points.
You know, interesting little on the goatee there surgery. If this was a sanctioned USA boxing fight, he would not be able to have it, but California State allows you to have facial hair.
Yeah.
So he's got to be thrilled about that.
Nothing like having to shave your goatee off to go battle, you know?
Yeah, you see these guys that look like they're 35 years old, and the goat goes, and it's like, oh, you're 19, you know. I've actually seen fighters be very uncomfortable with it. Self-conscious, ghost beard. No kid, in the middle of a fight, amateur fight, gloves keep touching their chin because they're not used to feeling just clean shave like that.
Good point.
Making his ring walk to the red corner, Andres the Thorn Rosales.
Andres clearly with a nice crowd here tonight. In the building early to support the amateur boxing. We love to see that.
Yeah, the Raincross folks always come out. Whenever we do a promotion down here, that group is out and they're heavy, and they get loud. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen them turn fights around.
Yeah.
They start chanting the fighter's name, and the fighter just gets a whole, third,
Yeah.
fourth win. It's almost just not fair.
Yeah, and on screen, Henry Ramirez, the great trainer, a staple with Chris Areola for a large majority of his career. Several high-level fighters, a staple of the Southern California boxing scene and the national boxing scene for that matter.
Yeah, we talked about these gyms, and I mean the prestige that they carry, and there's a perfect example of it. You're hearing it right there. And this kid, Rosales, he is a force. And you're hearing the corners already starting to coach their fighters, tell them to keep their hands up. I think they saw a lot from that last fight.
Yeah.
You know, they're hearing what we're saying over here, Chris.
I know. And, that's what I love about amateur boxing. The coaches can be so animated in terms of they're giving instructions before the fight has even started. We're looking at the tail of the tape, ladies and gentlemen, and a significant age difference in this fight. You wonder if that will play a factor leading into that third round.
Age can work one of two ways.
Yes.
You always got to think about it. You look at age, elder always has possible experience, but you know what? You can't outdo youth in a lot of
Ladies
instances,
and
too.
gentlemen,
Go.
this contest is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the light welterweight division. Brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. Your judges scoring at ringside are Pat Russell, Jerry Cantu, and Fernando Villarreal. And the third man in the ring is referee Ray Corona. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner in the all-black from Rialto, California. He stands at 5 foot 8 inches. He weighs in at 150 pounds. His record is no victories and 1 defeat. Introducing Rolando Villa. And his adversary fighting across the ring in the red corner, in the white and blue, from Fontana, California. He stands at 5 foot 7 inches, weighs in at 139 pounds. His record is 1 victory and 2 defeats. Introducing Andres the Thorn Rosales. Let's take our final instructions from referee Ray Corona.
All right, guys, this is good. This is good. Touch gloves you want. God bless.
Ray Corona gives the instruction. Great referee. I've worked around him for a lot of years. I'll tell you, that guy, he's seen more fights than I probably have experienced in my whole life.
Yeah, tremendous referee, and his son is a very accomplished professional fighter as well.
He is. Comes from a whole distant lineage of fighters.
Yeah. All right, we're off and running.
So we got 1-1 and 0-1. We got Villa looking for his first win tonight.
Yeah.
His coach tell him keep his hands up early, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, caught one.
Yeah, that was a nice
cross.
overhand right that landed there.
See him come out with a lot of power there. Gets his hands up nicely. He's really starting to telegraph those punches. You got to be careful with that. See if Villa really starts to wind up. That punch comes back to his body before he unloads it.
Yeah.
He's getting a nice distance. You see him sort of reaching, judging his distance right now. They're filling each other out.
Yeah, Rosales looks like he's starting to feel things out a little bit, trying to measure his distance, like you said. Just a beautiful example of what we talked about earlier. Straight is great in amateur boxing. That was a 1-2-1, 3 punches right down the middle. And when you have a guy swinging those big haymaker hooks like that, the straight shots work.
It's definitely true. You get up under him, you can't do anything about it. Villa's starting to fill that distance, trying to push him back. You see him really starting to wind up. Now he jumps in. Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Gets that step in and just 1, 2, 3. First body shots we've seen of the night.
Yeah. That's something that's often forgotten in amateur boxing. You're just so tense, things just go out the window, and downstairs sort of disappears. And it can still be very effective. Even in a 3-round fight, a body shot can still, you can put some water in that basement. That third round comes, and you feel that a little bit.
The liver shot.
Yeah.
The underestimated liver shot.
Yeah.
Villa got a nice one in on there, though. Got a nice little jab on him, knocked him back just a little bit.
Yeah, very even round so far in my estimation.
Rosales, though, interesting. You know, he kind of fills him out and then tries to get inside. Just takes a couple quick punches. And there.
Oh, that was a huge right hook from Villa. I think that won him the round, frankly.
He got him again. Now Rosales got in his face.
Sensational round. That's coin flip. And that's 2-minute rounds become very difficult to judge when you have action like that. Both men landed some big shots. It's almost what style did you like more at the end of the day, Drew?
I think it's such a unique style difference. As you watch him on screen right here, watch Villa just fill him out. Boom, big throws him, misses it though. Yeah. But that's when he starts throwing those big ones. That opened up Rosales to really get inside. Look how close he is. Short, not a lot of power in those punches, but he's making contact.
Yeah.
Getting points. Gotta love our WFC ring girls. That's our newest superstar to the group. That's Jillian. Sure. Always good to have them. Worked around them for a lot of years too. Ray Corona, the legend.
All right, to me, a completely even fight right now. Could be going in any direction, so we'll see what round 2 brings. And again, Henry Ramirez in the corner of Andres Rosales, trainer of Riverside, Rocky Josecito Lopez, Chris Areola, several high-level fighters. So to have somebody like that in the gym with you every day, there's nothing that can replace that level of a trainer.
Definitely not.
Especially for a young amateur with 2 amateur fights, to be able to get coached from a man who's been in world title fights is, it's a very lucky thing. Not all amateur fighters have that.
You want experience, you got it. Look at Rosales, a little different approach here. He's starting to throw those jabs, and then he opens it up, trying to catch him with that hook. Now Villa starting to back off a little bit. Carano giving him instruction, telling him to work. Now he's going to break him up. And wasted no time.
Yeah.
Villa throws 3 and misses on all 3 of them.
That's a beautiful body shot there by Villa.
Yeah, Villa's got carrying quite a bit of power in those punches.
Yeah. And he's
just
throwing
hasn't
big.
Hit solid yet.
He's loading up on those shots. I mean, they're big. That was a massive right hook there from Rosales.
Yeah, Rosales really. He said, "I'm not going to double these cupcake. I'm going to throw." He caught him.
Yeah, and he was more off balance than anything else, but it had the visual of that affects the judges.
Well, it was the combo leading into that. I think he kind of got him off foot and then able to just touch him.
Yeah. You know, it's always interesting when you see an amateur fighter that doesn't have a win yet because they want it so bad. And you can tell that every shot Villa throws, he's loading on. He wants to win this fight.
We got to watch this, though. Even though it's only 3 2-minute rounds, I mean, Villa's put out a lot of energy thus far. You know what I'm saying? So watch for him. To, 35 years old.
Yeah, 35 years old. And it's those haymakers that miss that take a lot out of you. It's not the shots that land. It's the shots that miss.
So this third round will be very telling for Villa on his training and where he sits with that. You see him starting to lose a lot more power here in the late in the second.
I think it's a clear Rosales round, especially with that jab that staggered him in that early 1-2-1.
You're the judge. I'm not going to judge. Hey, judging's way too difficult. You know? But no, great 2 rounds by these 2 young men.
Henry Ramirez in his signature L.A. Dodgers cap. He goes nowhere without it. That's how you know he's in the building.
Great guy to talk to. Just he's kind of funny. You get him. You get him after hours, and he's always got a story.
What's nice about Henry Ramirez is he's a realist. You know, he has seen the good and the bad, and he will be he's a straight shooter, for lack of a better word.
You see him talking to Rosales right now. He's telling him just start working those shoulders. Start, teeing him up, step away from those big punches. He's telegraphing them.
You know what's so nice to see too, Drew, is he is a trainer who has had accomplishments that he does not need to work with amateurs, but he chooses to do. On his Friday night, he's at an amateur, giving a kid an opportunity.
And he's been like this his whole entire career. I mean, that's the cool part about it. He's such a great ambassador for the sport and educator.
Well put. All right, I think both guys are going to come out bombing. I think they both feel like they need
Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. This is what the amateurs fighting like.
Yeah.
I think Rosales got a little talking to in that corner. Here comes Villa, though. Villa kind of caught up there. Villa likes to take those big wind-ups. You see him getting close proximity, and he gets kind of like a little, what do I do with my big long arms?
Respectful from both fighters, by the way. They were both in positions where they could have taken advantage of each other, and they didn't throw the shot. So that's nice to see, especially in someone's second amateur fight.
Oh, Villa with a nice right.
Oh, that was an absolutely gorgeous punch. Absolutely looks like he rocked Villa there. Ray Corona hopped in, taking a little look. And in amateur boxing, that is the type of shot. If you see a fighter's head snap back, you can absolutely call a standing 8 count.
Definitely. And this is Rosales putting on the pressure now. Putting on the pressure on Villa. And, Villa not really showing the energy that he saw in round 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And Rosales is really starting to peak in this round.
That's sometimes where that age difference can come into play.
Final round. 3 of 3 2-minute rounds here. Rosales coming out. A lot of energy now. Rosales looks a little winded now coming in the later half. Last 39 seconds.
A lot of roughhousing and wrestling, tying up. But that's what you see in your first 1, 2, 3 amateur fights. Very, very common to see that.
Yeah, and here's Rosales. Still throwing. He lost a lot of, but you see, look at Villa really starting to fall off in this round. He's feeling a little bit gassed right now. Definitely doesn't have the power we saw in round 1 and 2.
And the amateur is always good when you hear that 10-second bell to throw. Flurry, flurry, flurry. Steal the round, steal the round.
And now
and that is what, to both men's credit, they're doing.
Let it go, boys. Nice job. Those guys deserve a big round of applause. That was a good fight.
Yeah, excellent.
Great amateur boxing here tonight, huh? Yeah. I'll tell you what, 2 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but
absolutely exhausting.
When you're throwing at that level and bouncing around that hard, it's...
And we addressed this earlier, Drew, but let's take a look at the replay here. Oh, that was a lovely right hook there from Rosales.
Right in the chin.
That's an incredible combination. You don't see a lot of combinations in boxing, in amateur boxing. It's the single shots. It's a single shot. So when you see a fighter in his second fight throw a 3-punch combination and 2 of the shots land, that's impressive.
And nice and tight, too. He kept going in, getting him tight, and just throwing that uppercut and that cross. And, he caught him on multiple occasions. So.
Nice, solid guard. And we can not forget about the tension that comes with being in a big venue like this. Most amateur fights, you're in a gymnasium. You're at your own gym, and there's some plastic chairs set up. Here, you're in front of 3,000 people getting the experience of a major professional card. That does something to the mind,
And that's why they say it's a mind game. It's absolutely correct. Yeah.
We will see how the judges saw it.
A lot of respect between
Oh,
these
yeah.
two teams.
Hey, great performance from both fighters. If I was in the corner of either of those gentlemen, I'd be incredibly happy with the performance, especially for a second or third amateur fight. Great.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, Rosales, he's got a hot young career coming up, especially with the training staff that he has behind him.
Yeah.
I expect to see huge things coming out of this
Yeah,
20-year-old.
he could end up being a very successful amateur in the area for sure.
So they're going to take this fight back to the gym. They're going to break it down, talk about it. And but I think his coach has got to be very happy with his performance tonight.
Taking a little time to get the scorecards. Always interesting, even at the amateur level. That usually means there could be some discrepancies.
Yeah. You know, I'll get in the ring here a little bit.
Yeah, we have to say for our viewing audience at home, Drew, you're doing a kindness for sitting in here. You'll be heading into the ring as an announcer.
I felt bad. You're here by yourself. Yeah. I mean, you and a bottle of water and a Red Bull. I mean, I felt bad for you. I was like,
it's called Friday night, baby.
We gotta go support you. So
yeah, and we will be joined later on when you take over the mic responsibilities in the ring with two commentators, surprise commentators, who will be in the corner of our next fight. So we'll introduce you to them when the next fight comes up.
Once they come back, I'll go back to doing what I do. But no, it's always fun to be in there live, and the energy of the crowd here tonight really starting to fill in.
Yeah. People just filing in. It's just exciting. When you have a star like Cyborg, it brings out not just combat sports fans, but casual fans too.
Absolutely.
People want to have that experience of seeing someone of that level.
And I think that's what's so cool. If you look throughout the arena right now, I mean, we got young people in their 70s, and we got young people that are, got to be like, 3 years old right there?
That's true. That's a 3-year-old. Yeah.
So we got a whole wide range of ages.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these two warriors in the ring. After 3 rounds of action, we now go to our scorecards. Here are the score totals. Judge Pat Russell scores the contest 29-28 in favor of Rosales. Judge Jerry Cantu scores it 29-28 in favor of Villa. And Judge Fernando Villarreal scores it 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision. Andres the Thorn Rosales.
Split decision there, Chris.
Split decision. Don't see that often in the amateurs. I think the right man won the fight.
Yeah, I was surprised to see
I
that
think
score come in.
I could definitely see Villa getting 1 round for sure, but it's hard to give him 2 of the 3.
But, you got to give it to Villa. He had the power. And maybe
he was throwing big shots.
You got to think about it. There's a lot of things that judges are looking at. Maybe he definitely had the power shots, although Rosales really started to pick up there in that later round and express a lot of power himself.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Fun fight, and again, another well-matched, fair fight. So we're coming up on our 3rd amateur fight, Drew. This is for one of our WFC amateur titles.
Title belt, baby. Title belt. Let's go. Title belt.
Yep. Ramon Solano versus Matthias Baris. This should be a barn burner. When we talk about the levels, you literally saw 2 different levels of amateur boxing. Guys that were having their first or second fight, then somebody that's had 5-6 fights in our first fight. Now we are seeing open division fighters who have had over 10 fights. You're going to see a faster pace. You're going to probably see more
Ladies
technique.
and gentlemen,
Should be
making
a
his
really,
ring walk
really
to the
fun
blue
fight.
corner, introducing Matthias Too Smooth Baris.
All right, and while he heads to the ring, we want to remind you that WC Boxing on Spectation Sports is also brought to you by Chime. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Award mobile app and manage your money on the go. No monthly fees, no service fees, no overdraft fees, no minimum balance, and no hassle as you manage your accounts on the go. That's right. Chime. Banking services provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank. Members FDIC. See chime.com for more details. Thank you, Chime.
And there's that WFC belt coming out. The hardware.
The hardware is in the house, Drew. Sporting it proudly. We had the pleasure of seeing him on a WFC event at Chumash Casino last year where he looked sensational, brought home that gold, and listen, he comes from a camp that has a social media influencer, in the group, right? And he is a outgoing, extraordinarily charismatic young man, even down to the trunks there, Drew.
I agree. I like
that
the
is
gold.
not something you quite see at the amateur level. He looks like $1 million, and those are our two guest commentators later.
I like it. I like gold and orange with lightning bolts. And that WFC Bill, we'll see if he can hold on to it. Got his work cut out for him, though. I'll tell you, Solano put a lot of work in. Looking forward to this night for a long time, that boy. But, yeah.
Making his ring walk to the red corner, introducing Ramon El Peligro Solano.
This should just be a fantastic fight.
Yeah, he's taking a look at that belt right now. He's like, okay, I want that Peppy.
Another fighter from Warzone Boxing, so you know their amateur program is second to none. It's just tremendous. They produce some of the best amateur fighters in the area. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Matthias Baris, 21 years old, 5'8", 136.2, 25-3. That is a lot of amateur fights in this day and age.
That's a ton. That's a ton of fights, especially at 21 years of age.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been fighting very long.
This is a guy who is traveling every weekend, going to different tournaments, going to different states. He's someone that clearly is set on turning professional, I assume, very, very soon. And an 8-year-old with an 8-3 record, both open
Ladies
fighters,
and
so
gentlemen,
it is a
this
fair fight,
contest
although
is
there's
scheduled
an
for 3
extreme
2-minute rounds.
experience.
This is a WFC title fight in the lightweight division, brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. Your judges scoring this contest from ringside are Jerry Cantu, Alejandro Rochin, and Fernando Villarreal. And the third man in the ring is referee Ray Armenderas. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner in the red and white from Phoenix, Arizona. He stands at 5'8". He weighs in at 136.9 pounds. He has a record of 25 victories and 3 defeats. Introducing Matthias Too Smooth Baris. As opponent fighting across the ring out of the red corner in the black and white from San Diego, California. He stands at 5'7", weighs in at 137 pounds. He has a record of 8 victories and 3 defeats. Introducing Ramon El Peligro Solano. Let's take our final instructions from referee Ray Armenderas.
All right, gentlemen. Waistlines about halfway up are good, okay? I've already given you instructions in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves if you want. Back to your corners and wait for the bell.
All right, here we go, Drew, for our third and final amateur fight of the night. We want to welcome all our viewers on Facebook right now. We're going to remind them to head over to Spectation Sports after this match for a professional portion of the card. So Solano has the fans.
Yeah,
Baris
definitely.
has the record.
Yeah.
Let's see how it stacks up.
Like we said, the crowd could play a major factor in these fights, so we'll see. 3 2-minuters.
Absolutely. 2 open division boxers, meaning they've had over 10 amateur bouts. An incredible amount of bouts by Baris. Boom. Solano gets Baris' attention with a nice...
Both these fighters very technical early on in these
Yeah.
rounds, keeping distance, nice wide stances, picking their shots.
There's
you can
just-
see they've been in a lot more fights.
There's an extreme difference between the open division and a novice.
Yeah.
Beautiful job from Solano so far.
He's very quick.
Yeah.
Very quick.
It's quick and strong. He's throwing those punches with bad intentions. And again, he's catching. He's already caught Baris' timing. Baris is going to need a little bit to...
Yes. I tell you,
Beautiful head movement from Solano as well.
very impressed with Solano's
Yeah.
quickness so far. Baris is just feeling him out. Still early in this round. He's throwing high. He's throwing low. Just kind of feeling him out.
Oh, nice one, too. I can tell you right now, Baris wasn't ready for this type of opening. He's used to dominating right out of the gate. So let's see how he digs and changes.
He keeps trying to throw that right cross and that right hook. And
Again,
just
walking
out of
into that
reach.
jab. Solano with a combination. Not a lot of that landed, but it's just beautiful work.
Saw Barreras try to get in tight there as soon as Solano turned on him. See if he takes advantage of that as he starts moving forward. Big jab.
Yeah, nice
Barris-
jab to the body.
Ooh, almost got him in the back of the head. You got to be careful.
Cool. Nice lead left hook.
And start to drop for both fighters as we get into this early
Yeah, that was
first.
a fast and furious first minute.
Very technical fighting by these two fighters so far, but Solero just really quick and kind of staying off of it.
Yeah.
Let's see if that quickness really starts to resolve once he starts getting tired and Barras can move in on him.
Another jab. He's got Barris reaching, which is
Yeah.
not what Barris wanted. That was a nice
That'll
cross
change,
from Barris.
though. That'll change as we go out. If we progress through the rounds there, we won't see this quickness out of Solano so much. That'll open up the door for Barris.
Barris needs to slow the pace down a little bit.
It does.
Man, beautiful first round by Solano.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what we expected. The fans have to be happy with that. So Coach Keith in the corner and Eli Smith, you may well know. Oh, here's some action for the fight.
Yeah, and you saw early on, Solero really keeping his distance. Barris couldn't touch him. And then as the fight started to progress, then we see Barris really starting to move in and really starting to touch him. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go through.
Absolutely.
You were saying.
Oh, yes. In the corner of Barris is, you may know him, it is Eli Smith from Misfits Boxing, a massive social media influencer, and he'll be joining us later in the broadcast, Drew, when you head up to take over the microphone duties
He is
in
a
ring.
personality.
Personality.
He'll be a lot of fun. You guys are in for a real treat with
Yeah,
him.
absolutely. But he has his hands full, along with his coach, Keith. They have to give Barris some good instructions because he lost that first round.
Yeah, his coach just told him, get inside.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens here.
Yeah. And both fighters ready to rock. Let's see if Barris can change the game plan to start.
Trying to throw that
And
jab.
he does out the gate.
Yep. Now you see him kind of working
Yeah.
that. Sort of stepping back away from those punches from Solano.
Beautiful straight right from Barris to start off the round.
Oh, Solano almost had that right. Blocked by the ref. Both of them picking shots. Kind of similar style coming out of this round number 2.
Yeah.
Throwing those jabs and trying to follow it up.
Yeah, actually, I mean, both fighters have a very similar build, similar style. It just seems like Solano's a pinch faster. Again, beautiful jab. He's timing that jab. He's throwing it right before Barris throws, if you notice.
You're absolutely right. Right when he steps in, he's throwing that jab every time. He just got him square.
Nice hook. Nice hook from Barris as well. Barris bleeding from the bottom lip. So you know some of those Solano shots have landed.
Caught him on
Again,
the
a
chin,
beautiful jab.
Solano. That
Again,
jab is
just a little stick jab right there.
not a lot of power on it, but it's just enough to stop him. Got him again. Got him again. That's 4 in the last bit.
There, and that's nice work from Barris. That's what he should be doing. Oh, again, just walking into that jab. You know what this boils down to is a very basic thing. You have to move your head in there. After you throw your shot, you got to move your head. Barris is kind of walking in straight down the line, trying to land that jab to the body, but he's walking into that lead jab.
Yep. And his coaches are telling him to start with the right now. They're telling him to get away from the jab. And Solano gets a nice left hook on Barris.
And Barris answers right back. That was a nice exchange.
Now his coach telling him to change his height up a little bit, drop down, try to avoid that jab a little bit.
Yeah. Great advice to double the jab as well. Oh, that was beautiful work by Barris.
Yeah. You see him really come on later on in the round.
Yeah, great advice from Coach Keith, doubling the jab. It absolutely worked there.
Caught him
But
again.
then he caught him again. Yeah.
Some great jab exchanges here by these two fighters.
Beautiful lead left hook as well. What a great amateur fight. Wow.
Hey, this is what it's about.
Yeah, that was a big hook, and he caught him down in the body. Definitely got Barris' attention with
Couple
that.
of tight shots by Barris. Going into the final bell. Give them a
Tremendous
round
round.
of applause on that one.
Tremendous round.
That's
That's a very close
you're
round
the
right
judge
there.
on all this,
That's
but I'll
very
tell you
close
what,
round.
that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean-
That's about as good as it gets for amateur boxing right there. That was tremendous.
Both fighters very technical.
Yeah, watching the replays here.
Stop. Get him with that left jab. Oh, then he misses with the big hook.
There it
Catches him
lands.
again. He kept just picking his shots, and Barris would just walk right into it. Just bam, bam, bam every time.
What you see a lot, Drew, when amateur fighters get better, they know to exchange as opposed to take their shots and wait for their turn. Early on, it's I'll work, you work. What you notice here is as soon as the shot comes from the one fighter, the other fighter's coming right
I'm
after.
coming at you, baby. I'm coming at you.
Counterpunching. That's really what we're talking about.
And it's smart,
It's not your turn, my turn. It's always my turn,
Last thing you want to do is let the fighter get sort of that position on you.
Listen, if we are scoring this fight, you're either looking at a 2-0 Solano or you're looking at a even match. So this fight hangs in the balance of this round.
Yeah, that was a fun round to watch. Solano really showing. a lot of skill just avoiding those punches.
Yeah.
Barris having a tough time touching him. You see
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
just throw
but
3 in
Barris
a row.
found him there. And you're also seeing the combinations. That's what you see as amateur fighters develop. They're coming in and they're throwing 2-3 shots, you know. Oh, nice shot from Barris. Oh, beautiful. Oof. 2 hooks landed. Flurry from Barris to the body.
Solano stepped away and just threw in it connected.
Solano's just gauging the distance a little better.
Yeah, he's been a lot quicker. He's made Barris miss multiple different times
Yeah.
on the defensive side.
Right
Again,
there.
yeah, I mean, there you're seeing he's just really quick and really seeing those.
But what did he do? He moved his head, you know.
It happens.
That goes a long way. Cool. Solano switching over to the left-handed stance, and he tricks him right into a lead right hook. He switched to lefty, and he just landed a right hook.
Barris knows he needs to win this round.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. Barris, his corner, an uppercut from Barris, and then a left hook from Solano.
Great exchange
Yeah.
there, boys. Great exchange. His coaches are telling him to go. He's got to
Yeah.
win this round if he's even going to have a chance. Let's say it again. Get Solano turned
Yeah.
around.
Oh, he's throwing a lot of punches. He's having a great round, but then he got caught with that big overhand.
There's a lot of punches thrown.
Oh,
I would love to see how many punches are thrown.
Yeah. Just tremendous. Just tremendous.
I've lost track. Punch counts through the roof.
Whoever closes the last 10 seconds of this fight out very well could win this fight.
Yeah, that's a good call. Here comes Solano, really turning it on
Solano with
the
2
end.
big shots.
This is good action. The arena erupts.
Oh, big shots from both fighters. Wow, just tremendous. Just tremendous.
Barris catches him with 2 quick ones right at the end.
That
but
is just a tremendous amateur fight right there.
we'll
It
see
is.
if it's enough. We
Yeah.
knew it was going to be a good one.
Yeah, it was good.
I
It
mean,
lived up
we
to the
called
hype.
it coming in. Like, this is going to be
It lived up to the hype. Let's take a look at some of the replays here. You don't even know what to pick on the replays with that. There was so much action.
I mean, you know, they start out with good technique, and then at the end it just became just straight
both
up
guys
just
going for it.
throwing
Yeah.
down, baby, just throwing down, trying to get hit punches in.
It will be interesting to see where the judges go with this. But
I don't want to
think
judge this one. I don't want to judge
that's
this
a tough one.
I
But
think-
man, that first round was so dominant from Solano. But boxing is judged by round. You know, judged by round. You can have an amazingly extreme tidal wave of a round and barely win the next round with a little wave, but you win it regardless. You know,
It's very true, but I tell you,
it
this
does look. If you look at the corner, it looks like Eli Smith, who will be joining us on commentary, looks like he's a little concerned. He's usually a very animated man right now, and he seems to have that look in his eyes.
he's got a smile on his face.
Yeah, the
there,
smile
you
came
know.
back. He saw the camera.
He's
He
got a
knows.
smile. He's got a smile. I mean, both fighters definitely deserve a lot of credit for that one. Yeah, they
Absolutely.
put on a show for everybody in town here tonight.
Yeah.
Our ring girls are having fun.
I always blows my
Fighters
mind
have
when a fighter
fun.
who wears glasses
There's
needs
Mr.
glasses to the point that they immediately put them on seconds after the fight. It's like, you just got into a fight, you know, and you were able to take those glasses off.
From a guy that wears glasses, I know the pain.
Yeah.
But there's our WFC president, Matt McGovern, walking
Yeah.
across the front of the screen there.
What a show he's put on tonight to bring Cyborg to this beautiful arena, packed to the gills, people still pouring in. This is a big night in the history of WFC. And 163. 163.
Yeah,
Drew.
McGovern he's been dreaming about this night for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been working with him for
He's
years.
one of the hardest working men in combat sports.
First time here, and he wanted to put on a show, and boy, has he done it.
Yeah.
So one of these boys are going to grab the strap tonight.
Yeah. You get the feeling that Barris is worried. Is the strap slipping away?
Oh, man. I got a little bit of goosebump here.
Tremendous fight. Tremendous fight.
It's hard to even tell. Judges definitely taking their time.
So
make
my
sure
my
they're doing this right.
commentating partners are in, obviously, Barris's corner, but I feel like
Yeah, I'm
Solano.
not even-
I feel like Solano edged it out.
I'll
We'll
tell-
see, though.
Yeah, it was a tough one. There's
Yeah.
a lot of punches thrown.
Tremendous action. Yeah.
Great defense, though,
That's-
by Solano. I
that's the
think
type
is
of fight
really
that-
going to play a factor in the judges. I mean, he made Barris miss so many times, and then
Every-
he had that jab just catching him every single time.
Yeah, every young amateur fighter should watch amateur fights like this to see the pace and the timing, because it changes. After a couple amateur fights, as you go up the progression, it changes. There's a massive jump in the amateur
You
sport.
become more patient. You become, because
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow,
put your
let's go to
hands
the
together
decision.
for these two warriors in the ring. After 3 rounds of action, we now go to our scorecards. Here are the score totals. Judges Alejandro Roshin and Jerry Cantu both score this contest the same at 29-28 and Fernando Villarreal scores it 30-27. All three judges have it for your winner by unanimous decision. Your new WFC lightweight champion, Ramon El Peligro Solano.
Wow, what a great night for that young man. To be in this crowd on this event and to win a title, that's just fantastic. And an absolute show of respect from Barris. True professional, clapped for his opponent, shook his hand. I think Barris is going to have a tremendous professional career, but it may be time for him to go in that direction. Once you get up to 30 amateur fights, you're probably in the place where you can cross over.
You know, he's still a young kid, though. He's got a lot more to go. You know, you don't want to push him into the pro ranks too soon, because what happens is you get 2 or 3 losses right off the bat. It really sets you back. So his coaches are, you know, I'm sure they're watching that. They're gauging him. They're going to put him in there when he's ready and make sure. But he's still a young kid, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we want to let all our viewers on Facebook know it is time to head over officially to Spectation Sports for the professional portion of our card. Head on over for all the action. We will be joining you momentarily on SpectationSports.com.
Yeah, these guys have done a great job with this broadcast. I mean, they are truly professional. You've seen the shots you're getting of all the action tonight. Big shout out to the production team here from Spectation. Yeah, we're going to move right along. 2 more young guns. Trump.
Making his ring walk to the blue corner, introducing Brandon the Bullet Trong.
All right, why they are doing our warm-ups. Think you know WFC boxing? Check this out. We're running a wonderful contest tonight. If you scan the QR code on your screen and make your picks for the last 4 fights of tonight's card, you can win free tickets to UFC 298 or Top Rank Boxing in Las Vegas, courtesy of Spectation Sports. Eligibility restrictions apply. See SpectationSports.com for more details. Get those picks in before the last fights of the night.
All right, you asked for it. Pick your let's go. Let's get Chris's top 4.
Woo, woo.
Let's go.
I'm letting it digest. I'm not ready, Drew. I'm not ready.
You can't talk about it and not give us your top 4.
There's things I need to see.
You got Gonzalez, Darcy.
Yeah, but the Darcy fight. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's on the betting odds. But Drew, I want to welcome everybody officially to Spectation Sports WFC 163 live from the Pechanga Casino. Thank you for joining us. Our professional portion is just about to start.
Making his ring walk to the red corner, introducing Christian Tinoco.
Debut fighter. Both these fighters looking for their first victory. I think that's going to be you start fighting for your first victory with 3,000 people in the room.
Oh, man, something else. You got to love it.
Oh, yeah, that's why I love this sport. And these are lightweight guys, too. I mean, this is...
So let's talk about Christian Tinoco making his professional debut. And he has been matched against a fighter in Brandon Throng. Brandon Throng is coming off a very disappointing professional debut where he was stopped in under a minute in the first round. Clearly, he wants to change that tonight. He feels in that first fight he just wasn't able to basically get started. He was overwhelmed. You wonder, though, if Tinoco is going to try and do the exact same thing, knowing that this man has been stopped a minute. Is he just going to try and power across that ring and get that big stop?
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. Your judges at the ringside are Pat Russell, Alejandro Rochin, and Fernando Villarreal. And the third man in the ring is referee Ray Corona. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, in the blue and white from Huntington Beach, California. He stands at 5'7". He weighs in at 121 3/4 pounds. He has a professional record of no victories and 1 defeat. Introducing Brandon the Bullet Trong. His adversary fighting across the ring out of the red corner in the black and white from San Jacinto, California. He stands at 5'6". weighs in at 119 pounds even. He's making his professional boxing debut. Introducing Christian Tinoco. Let's take our final instructions from referee Ray Corona.
This is a little high, so right here on the belt is good. Right here is good. Touch gloves if you want. God bless.
All right, here we go, Chris. Here we go. First pro fight of the night.
Drew, pro fights are such a special night for everybody. Family, friends, everybody comes out to support you. You heard the crowd. The chant has already started. He looks so relaxed and ready, but there's also jitters. No matter what, there's excitement, there's jitters, and pro fights can end up going very fast because you get excited the minute you hurt that opponent. You jump all over it.
Yeah, the headgear's off, and these two young guns are going to go after it right now. 19 to 21 years old, so too young. Both of them looking for their first win. I know that was a big hot topic in the dressing room. Let's go out and get your first one.
Yep. Brandon looks like a bit of a bouncy fighter.
See him really moving his shoulders back and forth.
Yeah, lots of movement. Tanako so relaxed and poised for his first 10 seconds of his professional fight. He looks very, very, very confident, very comfortable.
Yeah, and you're hearing the coaches behind us say, "Listen to me,"
Yeah.
and that's very common with young fighters.
Okay, not a knockdown.
Slippage.
That was a shove. Well, Brandon has a tattoo across his chest that says "Fear no man," and I don't think he fears Tanako, but I don't know if he's on the same skill set as Tanaka.
That's confidence.
Yeah.
I like it. You got Tanako really keeping his hands up.
Yeah, I like that.
Really
very,
keeping his
very
hands
poised.
high.
Yeah. You know what comes as shock in the first professional fight often, Drew, is first time you get hit without headgear. It is a different sensation, no doubt. Not that he hasn't been sparring nonstop, but this could be the first time he's literally ever been punched without headgear.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And that shocks a lot of guys. Oh!
That was a slip.
Yeah.
But, I really like the way Throng's moving around the ring.
Yeah.
He's really moving.
I
Just
don't
keep circling.
Yeah.
He's not giving Tinoco that solid foundation. He's making him really start to reach for it, just keeping him off balance.
Oh. He's wobbling and Brandon's down. Uses the ropes to get up. Oh, that's interesting. He's bent over the ropes with his arms on the ropes.
Looks like he got caught.
Yeah, I'm not
we
quite
didn't have a good angle on it.
Yeah. I think he hurt his leg. Does he not look like he's limping a little bit there,
Yeah,
Drew?
it's hard to tell what
Something's
really
not
happened
right.
there.
Yeah.
And now he's
Oh!
down.
And a straight shot.
Got to see that on the replay. We really
There you
missed
go.
that. But
Tanako with an impressive. Brandon is furious. Commission trying to get him to sit down.
big win in the debut fight, though.
Congratulations to Tanako. The crowd is rocking. Brandon is furious. It was really strange how he attempted to get up, though. I mean, that was a la Rocky, too. Did you see him use the ropes to climb up? But it didn't seem like he was that hurt.
It was hard to see. Let's look
check
at it on
on
the
the
replay
replay.
here. You saw him got low, and
He was
started
whipping
throwing,
those big body shots.
but he caught him with that little right there, just kind of
Didn't
nicked
even
him on
look
the
like-
side of the head.
I'm not-
Got him on the back of the
Okay.
head there again, just
Okay.
around that cheek twice.
But
They
watch
weren't really
this.
solid, but
He
just
goes-
enough to put him down.
Yeah, it looks like he was dragging that back leg.
And his
It
leg
looked like
seems to be
Tanaka
working.
was
I
a
just think he
straight
lost
shot.
his equilibrium.
Hey, listen, that was a beautiful straight right hand. But
Yeah.
right here, he kind of almost looked like he was attempting to exit the ring. I know that wasn't his intentions, but
Give Tanako credit, though.
yeah. Hey, heck of a pro debut. In many ways, what's expected from a very high-level, solid, competent amateur, but that's a great way to build the confidence. I think Brandon was here to fight, by all means, but just outclassed,
A couple young kids out there, their debuts, filling each other out, but
And what
not a real solid strike, but just enough to knock the equilibrium.
And I gotta-
his mind was there. It's like his body wasn't.
Yeah,
you
you
just got caught in the equilibrium.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to put it, and you have to be impressed with the man, the crowd that Tanako has brought out here tonight, Drew. I mean, place is raging. I'm sure they wanted to see more, but no one's going to complain about when your fighter wins his pro debut by first round
1-0,
knockout.
baby, 1-0. That's all that matters. Big smile by Tanako.
He may go on to have 100 professional fights, but this will be the one that he probably remembers the
He
most.
will remember this fight for the rest of his life.
And that's special.
And here's the Here's Robin with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the first round, referee Ray Corona has put a halt to this contest, declaring your winner by the way of spectacular knockout, Christian Tinoco!
Congratulations to Christian Tinoco, our first winner tonight on our professional card. And remember, for those just joining us right now on Spectation Sports, you are in for a treat. Chris Cyborg is in the building, a massive eruption when she walked through the crowd. She is here to fight Kelsey Wickstrom. Drew, let's talk about that fight quickly. On paper, it is a 2-0 versus a 2-0.
Right.
But we have to take into consideration that one of those 2-0s is one of the most decorated mixed martial arts fighters of all time.
Yeah, I mean, this comes down to an experience piece. You know, I mean, yeah, they're both 2-0, but the amount of ring time / cage time that
Decades.
Yeah,
Decades,
that's what I'm saying.
Drew.
We talked about this earlier. You know, you got age and experience versus youth and energy, and you're kind of weighing it out between the two
but
there
it is
now.
a different sport, and we have to make it very clear to the viewer. Kelsey Wickstrom is 2-0, and she pulled off a very big upset in her professional debut. She was an 0-2 MMA fighter that was brought out to lose, and she actually beat a well-decorated amateur from the New England area in her professional debut. Yeah. She literally is already an upset specialist, and her entire life changes with the win against Cyborg tonight.
And I'll tell you what, when you're going after an opponent like Cyborg with a legend in the sport.
A legend,
I mean, this is career-changing for Kelsey.
Absolutely.
If she could take advantage of that tonight, fight a good, solid fight, and take advantage.
Change her life.
Change her life if she could walk away with this victory tonight.
At the same time, it's so desperate for Cyborg to win this fight to prove that she is something in boxing, because there's already chatter of a crossover fight against Clarissa Shields, who is in her new MMA organization of PFL. There's talk of an MMA bout. There's talk of a boxing bout. Clarissa Shields needs a dance partner desperately. Cyborg could fill that role, and it would captivate the public's imagination.
Yeah.
But a loss tonight absolutely devastates that on all levels.
I agree. And you know what? Cyborg has nothing to prove. She's proved everything.
But she got to protect the bag, my friend.
That's what I'm getting at, though. I mean, she came over into boxing. Not many people can do that.
Yeah.
Not many people can come out of MMA. We've seen it multiple times tried by folks. It's very, very difficult to do. And she's come over. She's done it. And now she's here to defend it again tonight. So
let everybody know you're here.
This is a segue into our next fight. Michael Hansen is coming over from mixed martial arts to make his professional boxing debut. He's also doing it at the age of 34, and he's stepping into the ring against Ulysses Navarro, great name. One fight, one knockout. This will be interesting to see how it plays out. Traditionally, MMA fighters, older, looking to make a buck or two before the show's over, have come in to be opponents. They tend to be game, but they tend to be wild. So it will be interesting to see what Mr. Hansen brings to the table tonight.
No, and it's like we talked about earlier, it's a tough crossover because you have that grappling sort of mentality in MMA.
Yes.
And then you come into boxing, and I've seen it too many times. We saw it with Conor McGregor fights in the past. It's hard to extract that out of an MMA fighter.
The distance game is very different. In many ways, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how Mr. Hansen does in our next fight. Guys, while we are getting ready for that next fight, we would like to talk about another one of our sponsors, our good friends over at Drunken Ape Wine. WFC Boxing on Spectation Sports is brought to you by Drunken Ape Social Club. That's a community-run spirits company featuring some of the best whiskey and vodka on the market today. Take a look at the screen. Scan the QR code to check out the complete Drunken Ape selection of spirits exclusively for Spectation Sports viewers. Use code BETMMA for 10% off your purchase.
What a great name, Drunken Ape.
Oh, doesn't it get better than that? And the logo's pretty impressive, too.
God, I feel like I've been a Drunken Ape a few different times. You know what I'm saying? That? Great name.
I've seen it, Drew. I've seen it.
You have? I usually try to keep it under wraps a little bit.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, this place is off and running and bumping.
Here at Pechanga Resort Casino, making his ring walk to the blue corner, introducing Mike, the Mighty Mouse Hansen.
Mighty Mouse Hansen. Here we go.
There he is. We talked about him. Michael Hansen entering the ring. He has a mixed martial arts background, making his professional boxing debut tonight at the age of 34. And right out of the gate, Drew, I'm going to make a comment on something that I think is incredibly important. I respect a man who wears Rick and Morty socks into the ring.
That's a very, he has nothing to prove. He's like, hey, I'm confident.
Yep.
I mean, it's like a guy who wears pink.
Yes.
Same type of thing.
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be interesting to see. One would think, however, that mixed martial arts style does have trouble translating over to boxing, especially when he's going to be in there with a very, very polished fighter. But let's see. We've been surprised before, and Michael Hansen is not here in front of this crowd, which, quite frankly, with a Cyborg fan base here, there are a lot of strict MMA fans, So very well they could be rooting for their man, Michael
Making
Hansen.
his ring walk to the red corner, introducing Ulysses Navarro.
Ulysses Navarro. Tales of brave Ulysses, if you will. Reference for all you Cream fans out there.
LA boy.
Here he comes, looking confident, looking for that second professional win. We were just talking about a pro debut fighter, Tanaka, in our last fight. Let's talk about that second step. And if we look at the tail of the tape, a massive age difference here, Drew. Michael Hansen, 34 years old. Ulysses Navarro, 20 years old. He also has a height advantage and a weight advantage and a better record. So everything's fallen for Ulysses Navarro, at least on the tail of the tape. Second fight, though, always interesting because now the pre-fight jitters are gone and you know the feeling, you know the experience. You start to slowly settle into the role, and you tend to see fighters a little more relaxed. A lot of times their coaches are like, you freaked out in the first fight, you ran around the ring, got the knockout. Let's work a little bit this time.
Well, and also, you got confidence. You come in with a 1-0 with a knockout. That's confidence.
Yeah.
But that confidence can kind of weigh against you in some aspects as well.
Because you start to think, wait, how easy is this?
Yeah, I got this, you know. And then you go after someone, an older gentleman, a little bit more experience in the ring, maybe not with actual fights, but it looks like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. Your judges at the ringside are Pat Russell, Alejandro Roshin, and Jerry Cantu. The third man in the ring is referee Ray Armanderas. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner in all black from Anaheim, California. He stands at 5 foot 4 inches, weighs in at 125 3/4 pounds, making his boxing professional debut. Introducing Mike, the Mighty Mouse Hansen. His adversary fighting across the ring in the red corner, wearing the red and white from Los Angeles, California. He stands at 5 foot 7 inches, weighs in at 128 pounds even. He has a professional record of 1 victory and no defeats. Introducing Ulysses Navarro. Let's take our final instructions from referee Ray Armanderas.
All right, gentlemen. Belt lines are good on both sides. I've already talked to you in dressing rooms. I expect a good, clean fight. Touch gloves if you want. Go back to your corners and wait for the bell.
All right, our second professional of the night, live here on Spectation Sports at the Pechanga Resort and Casino.
Yeah, these two guys, very early in their professional careers, but carry a lot of amateur fights. So there's some experience here, but let's see how this shakes out here early on. Which fighter is going to come out the aggressor early on in round number 1?
Ulysses from the Maywood Boxing Club, a tremendous gym out of Maywood, California. Already I like what I see from Hansen. His hands are up, moving the head, looking like a boxer, slipping a jab.
Yeah, very technical fighting by both. Just kind of filling each other out, getting the distance down. Navarro with a couple of nice punches there.
Beautiful little sneaky body shot there, right hand.
Patient
Nice body
fighting by
shot
both.
from Hansen. Nice
Yeah.
jab to the body.
Hansen got his hands up high, took advantage. Keeping the distance. Works his way in. Navarro, quick little left-hand jabs there.
I like that little sneaky jab to the body from Hansen.
Waits for him to open up. You
Yeah,
see him really start turning him and waits for him to move his hands and just sneaks one in there.
Navarro, again, pacing himself a little more than he did in his first fight, much like we talked about. You know.
Yeah. Hansen's just looking. He's kind of gauging him up right now. Hansen's just looking. He's looking high. He's looking low.
Yeah, neither fighter's really thrown a big power shot yet.
Navarro looking good with that jab. That jab is quick.
Yeah, right down the pipe. Nice, solid jab. Bringing it right back to the chin. Really good textbook fighting from Navarro. Hansen better be very careful. He's starting to drop that lead left hand, and I think that could spell trouble for him.
Good catch. Got him there again. Navarro just throwing those jabs, waiting to just unleash that right. You can tell him.
Yeah. He's just trying to close that distance ever so slightly.
Nice exchange there by Hansen, though.
Yeah.
Hansen goes in for a quick 3 count.
Yeah, Hansen is game.
Sneaks one in there. Nice job by Hansen.
Nice, yeah. Sneaky little straight right. That got Navarro's attention.
Navarro then got caught.
It's there. When you slip in, look for the right hand.
Good. Just drop the right hand again.
He's taking advantage of it. Both fighters, nice exchange there in that last one. Oh, Navarro with a dead straight on, right to the chin, and
Flat
that
on
is
the
it.
back. This fight is over. Wow. Tremendous. Right down the pipe. Single shot knockout. Hansen.
Great patience.
Yeah, Hansen.
Hansen just got caught wide open here. Take it.
Hansen is okay. He's getting up on his own. Yeah.
So you see this nice exchange there, both fighters.
Yeah.
And just caught him with that right on the chin. Just ping.
Just a textbook, beautiful straight right hand. What a gorgeous shot from Navarro, and that is the way to get a knockout. He paced himself, he took his time, he measured the distance, and he fired that straight right as soon as he was able to close the gap. Beautiful shot from Navarro. Luckily, Hansen's okay. You want to see that. Well, folks, this place is just full capacity, sold out event here at the Pechanga Casino Resort. Everybody getting ready for the big main event. Cyborg versus Kelsey Wickstrom. So much on the line in that fight. Kelsey Wickstrom, currently the number 4 welterweight fighter in the United States and number 31 in the entire world. That means with Chris Cyborg being inactive tonight, she will enter the top 10 rankings with a win over Wickstrom. So much controversy in Cyborg's professional career right now.
And
Let's head up to
gentlemen,
our ring announcer for the
after
decision.
2 minutes and 12 seconds into the first round, referee Ray Armendariz has put a halt to this contest, declaring your winner by the way of knockout, Ulysses Navarro!
Tremendous win for Ulysses Navarro, second professional win. Both wins coming by way of knockout. And he's off to a great start in his young career out of the Maywood Boxing Club, known for their tremendous amateur program, which he was a member of, and now professional. With his team, tremendous win, Ulysses Navarro. Next up, we return with more professional action. A very curious fight coming up between Fernando Gonzalez and John Paul Darcy. They will be fighting as cruiserweights. Fernando Gonzalez is making his debut, but if his name sounds familiar, he is an extensive MMA veteran with over 50 professional MMA fights to his credit, including a stint in Bellator where he went 7-2. And many speculate that he left Bellator mainly because he had weight problems at several different weigh-ins. He's an extremely experienced fighter going up against John Paul Darcy, who professionally is 2-1. However, he has a fight that was not registered in Mexico because it was found to be a fraud. Very, very bizarre set of circumstances that you don't see often in professional boxing today. Is with the TMC Promotions team out of the Oxnard, Ventura area, who have garnered a very interesting reputation for heading to Mexico and taking part in fights against fighters who are having their first professional fight. Several fights of theirs have not been on the official BoxRec record due to various promotional issues. So he is crossing the border to fight in the United States for the second time after his first professional fight resulted in a first-round knockout. He is in tough. Although it looks like it's a professional debut from Fernando Gonzalez, he is an experienced MMA fighter against a fighter who has very limited competition in his young career. My broadcast partner, Mr. Drew, is in the ring to take over MC duties. Send it up to you, Drew.
How you guys doing? You guys having fun out there? Let's hear you guys over here. Over here. Oh, this side is really loud. Over here. And I can't forget the loudest section of the whole audience, right here. Ah, you guys having fun tonight? Now everybody on the count of 3, make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're so excited to have you tonight. Are you guys ready for our next fight of the night? No. Are you ready for our next fight of the night? Our next fight of the night is in the WFC Professional Men's 185-pound weight division. Let's introduce first the blue corner, John Darcy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while the fighters are making their walkout, let's talk about, again, one of our wonderful sponsors, JYM. WFC Boxing on Spectation Sports is brought to you by JYM Gym Supplement Science. From pre-workouts to protein blends to more, get everything you need for optimal performance with the cleanest ingredients. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now. Use promo code SPECTATION for 10% off your entire supplement line. We thank you, JYM Gym Supplement Science, for always being there for us at Spectation Sports. John Paul Darcy entering the ring there, brandishing the infamous, if you will, TMC Promotions, not to be confused with TMT Promotions. Again, it is a promotional company that has been very, very unique in the building of their fighters, very controversial as well. It takes a quick Google search to find some very interesting information about that promotional company that, quite frankly, really doesn't check out. So we'll see how things go tonight for Mr. Darcy, who, again, has been to Mexico twice for 2 very low-level, easy wins, in addition to 1 fight that was found to be a fraud.
And ladies and gentlemen,
He
his
will now be
opponent
fighting
tonight,
in the States for the second
red
time.
corner, Fernando Gonzalez.
And here comes Fernando Gonzalez. Again, if the name sounds familiar, you know him from an extraordinarily long mixed martial arts career that saw him spending lots of time in Bellator, where he ran a successful record of 7-2. This is an experienced fighter. While he is new to boxing, he is not new to the experience of being in an arena like this, being under the lights. And he's in there with an opponent that, quite frankly, has yet to fight any fighter of this caliber in combat sports. With that said, Darcy in his last fight, which he did lose by first-round knockout, was absolutely game and came to fight, but was just quickly outclassed. Fernando Gonzalez. A career spent in mixed martial arts, and at the dawn of his career, he's here to see what he can do in the world of professional boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our WFC Professional Men's 185-pound weight division. Let's introduce our fighters first. Fighting out of the blue corner with a professional boxing record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 knockouts. Fighting out of TMC Boxing, Santa Paula,
ladies and gentlemen, his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner with the professional boxing debut, fighting out of Dan Henderson Athletic, Menifee, California, Fernando, the Menifee Maniac, Gonzalez!
This is good right here. This is good right here. Touch gloves if you want. God bless.
All right,
Ladies
ladies
and
and
gentlemen,
gentlemen,
this
here
bout's
we
scheduled
go.
for 4 3-minute rounds. Referee in charge of the action, Ray Corona. Pachanga, are you ready?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our third professional fight of the night. We're going to see Fernando Gonzalez against John Paul Darcy. Very interesting fight. Neither fighter necessarily displaying the type of physique that you would necessarily want to see on a cruiserweight, but very big men, capable of throwing big punches, and both very game. Both guys starting off the fight, going to the body. Both men do look relaxed. Nice body shot. Lead shot from John Paul Darcy. Ooh. Nice left hook from Gonzalez. A little bit of a low blow from Gonzalez. Referee Ray Corona with the appropriate warning. Darcy reaching a little bit with the shots, but having success with that straight right hand. Nice body shot from Darcy. Oh, beautiful body work from Darcy. Gonzalez seems like he has been used to the shots like that before. Switching stances.
Two, John. Angles, John. Angles.
Beautiful body work once again from Darcy.
Hands up. Hands up.
Gonzalez stalking, seeming to take his time. Darcy fighting off the ropes with a nice three-punch combination. Throwing some big shots.
Jab. Get off on him.
Gonzalez fighting in a southpaw stance, but rotating orthodox to southpaw. Gonzalez looks like he's just trying to time something. Oh, and a beautiful left hook. Directly on the chin of Darcy. Good action from both men here. Midway through the first.
There you go.
Darcy looking to land that straight right hand, having some success with it. Nice hard guard, high guard from Gonzalez. He's catching a lot of those hooks. Triple hook. A la Mickey Ward. Hook to the body, hook to the head. Oh, beautiful body shot from Darcy.
Jab.
Darcy definitely creating the movement, but it seems like Gonzalez is trying to corner him, trying to cut off the ring a bit.
Hands up.
Nice jab from Gonzalez. Looks like a little blood coming out of the left nostril. Oh, and there's a shot from Gonzalez. Darcy, little blood coming out of the nose. Nothing serious. And it looks like this one's going to be heading to the second round. Both men throwing big shots. A good first solid round of action. Gonzalez back to the corner. Darcy back to the corner. And we are heading into the second round. Seems like a well-matched, fair fight so far. Gonzalez with an extraordinarily long mixed martial arts career. Darcy, an amateur fighter out of the Oxnard, Ventura area, which has an incredible boxing scene. Recently turned professional, as we discussed earlier, with 2 wins in Mexico. A fight that was considered a fraud in his third professional fight. And then he fought a young prospect out of the Ventura region, Anthony Rodriguez, in their home area of Oxnard, which he lost by first-round knockout, but was game during the fight, as he is game here tonight. Be a very interesting round. Both men carrying some extra weight. I think that's obvious to see. And with that said, that could prove difficult leading into a fight that goes the distance.
Hands up. There you go.
Gonzalez was born in nearby Escondido, California. Now claims Menifee, California as home.
There you go. Get up on him, John.
Darcy again from the Ventura County area, Oxnard, Santa Paula. Tremendous sparring in that area. Some great gyms.
There you go, John. There you go.
Knuckleheads Boxing,
Under fire.
Danny
Under,
Garcia Boxing. Hotbed for sparring, of course, so one would like to think he's getting some good work. Ooh. Gonzalez with that double hook. That's the second time we've seen it from him.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's go, John. Body shot.
Cool. Darcy really going to the body nice. He sees that extra weight in Gonzalez, and he's going down there, throwing big power shots. That was a nice straight right hand from Gonzalez. Looks like it got Darcy's attention. Little lead hook. Darcy getting marked up a little bit. Those shots are landing. But he's fair skinned, so fair to say. Oh, nice sneaky little uppercut from Gonzalez. Darcy down to the body again. Blood starting to stream from Darcy's nose.
Let's go, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go, John. Let's go, John.
Gonzalez just measured pace. Kind of seems to be stalking, but I think, oh, nice three-punch combination. And then here comes Darcy.
Get up on him. There you go.
Some nice back and forth action. Gonzalez keeps a really nice high guard, though. A lot of those shots being blocked. Ooh, nicely. Like he was coming in with a lead jab, but he switched stances mid-punch.
Body shot.
John just kind of chipping away with the 1-2s. Brings one down to the body. Nice straight shots. Oh! Two solid shots from Gonzalez land.
Let's go, John.
A little blood coming out of Darcy's mouth now.
That hook. You first, John. That hook. That hook. Drag away. Under.
Darcy's looking tired. Both men looking tired for that matter. Darcy touching the nose, obviously. You can feel the blood streaming, which can definitely become annoying to fighters who haven't been cut or bled yet in their fight. But Darcy coming back beautiful with some nice straight 1-2s. Gonzalez. John looking a lot of movement from Darcy this round. Looks like he kind of wants to take a break, get away from the shots. Seems like Gonzalez is chopping down a little bit, but just when it looks like Gonzalez is turning the tide, Darcy comes back with a nice combination. Oh, nice body shot from Gonzalez. Darcy said something after that shot. Oh. This is a battle. These guys are taking a lot of heavy artillery. These are big men, cruiserweights. Excellent. We're going into the third round. Sign of respect from both fighters. Tap on the back. Many people thought that this was going to be a first-round kill-or-be-killed type fight between two bigger fighters. But we are here in the third round. First time we've been out to the third round on our card tonight. WFC 163 here at Pechongo Casino and Resorts. I want to thank you all for joining us on Spectation Sports. Just an absolutely exciting night. Energy's in the air. The big Cyborg fight obviously is coming up tonight in our main event. Darcy getting instructions from Peter Tercios, a professional fighter himself. Both men breathing very, very heavy. It will be impressive if this makes it to all 4 rounds because, again, a lot of extra weight to carry, and they're just basically unloading on each other. Not a lot of defense happening in this fight. Here we go, third round. It's a very close fight. This could be a very pivotal round. Gonzalez leans in, lands 2 shots. Both men breathing heavy for sure. Darcy kind of leaning in. He's looking to land that 1-2, but he's getting caught. It looks like Gonzalez has a little more in the tank right now. But Darcy's all heart. Obviously a very tough man. He's come here to win tonight. And no one can deny the toughness of Gonzalez when you're dealing with 40-plus professional amateur fights, or MMA fights as well. Cool. Oh, Gonzalez unloading. Land clean on that nose. Oh, another shot right down the middle. Beautiful 2-3. This crowd's fired up. Clearly, Gonzalez being from the area has a crowd on his side. They're trying to urge their man on, and Darcy comes back with 2 shots himself. Oh, a beautiful uppercut from Gonzalez. Darcy seems to be in trouble here. His hands are dropping. He's breathing hard. He's bleeding out the mouth, but he's fighting back. Legs look a little unsteady. One big shot could change the fate of this fight quickly. But Darcy, tough as nails, still in the fight. Nice jab from Darcy. Just seems to not, oh, nice little sneaky uppercut from Gonzalez. That's been a nice shot for him so far in this fight.
Come on, John. Let's go, John.
Gonzalez putting Darcy right into the next corner. He's not really giving him a chance to breathe. It seems like Darcy needs a little space, but he's not being able to get it. Gonzalez stalking very, very well. Oh, another uppercut. Oh, 3 uppercuts. Oh, a huge hook from Darcy, and Darcy waves it off. Impressive chin on John Paul Darcy here tonight. Waves off a monster hook after 3 straight uppercuts. But those shots, and he answers back with the 1-2 of his own. Oh, it's a nice straight left.
Hands up, John. Hands up.
Gonzalez stalking.
Hands up.
Darcy fighting on a lot of heart, but those hands are down. His corner's encouraging him to get those hands up. But
Get it right there.
very tired man.
Hands up.
Answers back with a 1-2, but I don't think there's a lot of steam on that. Gonzalez seems like he's waiting to time a shot. He's got it back in the court. He does a Superman punch. Straight from the world of MMA. I guess after that many MMA fights, it's just part of your repertoire. Oh, back turn. Darcy on the ropes, hands down. And we enter the 4th round, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive. Darcy is bloody. Darcy is bruised, but a tough, tough man. Be interesting to see what the corner does to revive him to get through this last round. Let's take a look at the replays here. Again, just stalking. Oh, there was that big left hook, but very unorthodox with Gonzalez switching stances. And there were those 3 uppercuts and the big hook, and Darcy waves it off. And the Superman punch, there it is. You certainly don't see it a lot in a boxing ring, but it is legal, folks. It is legal to throw that punch in boxing, although you don't see it often. You saw it tonight. You never know what's going to happen at WFC. 163. Referee Ray Corona doing a great job in there, making sure the fighters are able to fight. And we are headed into the final and 4th round. Here we go. Let's see if Gonzalez can stop it or if Darcy can dig deep to find a way to stop Gonzalez in the last round. I think it's pretty clear that Darcy's down on points. He needs something big. But does Gonzalez want the stoppage in his professional boxing debut? We'll see how hard he steps on the gas.
Don't wait for him.
Again, Darcy right back to those ropes, right back to that corner. Obviously a sign of how tired he is. He just can't seem to get the distance that he wants. Gonzalez stalking.
Hands up, John. Hands up. Don't wait for him. Don't wait for him.
Darcy's corner encouraging to keep those hands up. They want him to be first on the shots. Oh! 3 consecutive left hands from Gonzalez. Darcy taking a lot of punishment. Oh, again, a nice 1-2. Corona's letting the shots land because I think Darcy doesn't seem to be necessarily affected by them, but a lot of heavy blows landing. He has just showed a lot of heart and a good gas tank, and he answers back. But he falls right back into that corner. Gonzalez just laying on the punishment. Oh, 4 straight shots. Touching, nothing hard, but just continuing the touching. Oh, Darcy looks for a big shot. And right back to the corner. It's just such a dangerous place. You think if Gonzalez had a little more in the tank, he could probably close the show. But again, lands a jab. And Gonzalez's footwork's unorthodox, but it's working for him. We're halfway through this final round. Let's see if we can make the distance for the first time tonight. Oh, Gonzalez with some more big punches. Corona doesn't seem to be ready to stop the fight. And Darcy stays in by just keeping his hands going as well. Oh, he's turned. He looks hurt. His hands are down. He's getting battered corner to corner, right on top of us here in the announcer's booth. Darcy's in his own corner. He's got less than a minute to survive this fight. Gonzalez looking for the stoppage. Darcy just showing tremendous heart here tonight. Definitely a fight that he can be proud of. Oh, 4, 5 straight shots from Gonzalez, but he cannot get Darcy out of there. Down to the final 30 seconds in the fight. Darcy seemingly landing at will, but not a lot on the punches anymore. And Darcy's just proved to have such a great chin and an amazing heart here. It's a really good performance in what looks like a potential loss. 10 seconds in the fight. And both men finish. Darcy showing such great heart. Oh, tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. What a show of heart from Darcy. And we have our first fight go the distance here tonight. A professional debut, a nice performance from Fernando Gonzalez, obviously. He's got to be happy with what he's done here tonight. Let's watch our replays from the final round. I mean, Darcy just kind of bouncing corner to corner, trying to just get that break, trying to gather some air. And Gonzalez just, and then again, as soon as you thought Darcy was close to being stopped, he fought back, and that's what you have to do. That's what the refs asked for. Show me something, and he did tonight. He may not get the victory, but I definitely think it was a moral victory. And I mean that in the best sense of the word. Again, our first fight of the night to go the distance. Fernando Gonzalez against John Paul Darcy. Should be getting that decision shortly. And again, we want to welcome everybody to WFC 163 live on Spectation Sports. We are here. The main event is on the way. Chris Cyborg returning to the ring against Kelsey Wickstrom in our main event with so much on the line, so much to talk about in regards to that fight. But we're getting ready to get our decision for our third professional fight, our third of 6. We have 3 more to go. And of course, that main event coming up. I want to thank everybody for watching on Spectation Sports, one of the premier destinations in the business for combat sports, and we're happy to have them here for WFC 163. I want to thank the fine people at Pechanga Casino and Resort. And the crowd's pumped up. Fernando Gonzalez brought a lot of people here for his professional boxing debut after a long, long career. Let's head up to Drew for
Ladies
the
and
decision.
gentlemen, at the end of 4 3-minute rounds, it goes to the judges' scorecards, and the scores are as follows: 40, 36, 39, 37, and 39, 37. All in favor and winner by unanimous decision, Fernando Maniac Gonzalez!
And there you have it, your winner. Obviously the expected outcome, but we got to be at the same time very impressed with John Paul Darcy. He really did put up a heck of a fight. He came to fight, he came to win, he got through the 4 rounds, and he should be proud of that.
What up, brother? You're smiling now. You having fun in here?
I love it. I love it. This is my first discipline. I'm a mixed martial artist, but this is my first discipline ever. My brother got me in boxing to keep me from getting bullied when I was younger. And I love it, man. I love this sport. And I can't wait to do it again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had a ton of fans out there cheering you on. You got to give a big shout out to all your support tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. I love you all. Everybody that's in the local area here, from Lake Elsinore to Fallbrook, all the area, Menifee. I love you guys all. Thank you guys for supporting me throughout the years. Like I said, I'm a mixed martial artist, but this was my first discipline, and this was one of my bucket lists for sure. Since I was a kid, I wanted to do pro boxing, and thank you guys for coming out and supporting me. Thank you guys. I love you.
Undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Gonzalez. 1-0.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chris J here. I am excited to my play-by-play guys have finally arrived from the Hinterlands. They made it. Doing good. We are joined here by Coach Keith, Eli Smith, who you saw earlier in the corner. Great job.
Pachanga, you guys having a good time?
We were happy with your fighter's performance tonight. I mean,
Well, let's get right back after it.
Yeah.
Ladies and
I mean,
gentlemen,
what a- just
our
an
next fight of the night is the
incredibly high-level amateur
WFC
fight.
Professional
Yeah.
Men's 147-pound weight division. Introducing first, the blue corner, Rozeki Cristobal.
Excellent, guys. Well, we're so happy to have you here tonight.
Man, already.
Good.
Thank
We
you.
have 3 more professional fights that you guys are going to be here. Of course, the big main event with Cyborg herself. How do you guys feel about that fight? Do you think she's in for a tough one tonight?
Chris Cyborg, she's a beast. She's a beast. I can't see nobody on her level.
Uh-huh.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody competing with her.
Absolutely. And to have a legend like that here is exciting. But,
Exactly.
you know, Wickstrom, I mean, she did pull off a very tremendous upset in her first fight, and
Right.
she's here to win. She knows what it's like to upset somebody, and
But
the world is hers if she were to win this fight.
That's
you know?
right. Kelly
Cyborg-
Wickstrom, she's 2-0, and I mean we can't count her out. She's on the road. She's on the road right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, she's on the road.
But the level of experience obviously is daunting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. Well, guys, let's talk about our next fight here. We have Jesus Resendez versus Roski Cristobal. Jesus Resendez, 7-0-1 up against Roski Cristobal. Cristobal is one of these fighters who has started his career in Mexico,
Right.
off to a heck of a run,
Right.
And then we move across the border up to the
Exactly.
States, and things change a little bit. So
Exactly.
with that said, he has had much better competition than Jesus Resendez. So even though Resendez is undefeated, he's probably in for his toughest fight tonight.
exactly, because experience is everything, right?
Yeah, yeah. Even losing experience is still experience.
Man,
you know?
you've been in there with the greats, you know?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
even at age 29, we know he definitely has
Yeah.
some raw man strength.
Yeah, and again, you're looking at, you know, when you take somebody like Cristobal, that's over 20 professional fights. That is a lot of ring time.
So
you know?
he got a test for him tonight.
Absolutely. I think it's
And ladies and
Resendez's
gentlemen,
toughest
his
fight. We'll find out a
opponent
lot about him tonight.
The red corner, Jesus Resendez.
Let's go. Love the song.
This song right here, for some reason, it gets everybody
Hype.
motivated. It
Yeah,
definitely
he like-
got Terrence Crawford motivated, right?
Yeah. I'm going to get in the ring too now, you know?
Half the crowd's going to enter the ring.
Well,
for this one.
we all going to get in the ring after this. We don't even know the words. We just get hyped. He looks ready.
Nice and warmed up and everything.
Right. You can tell he got sweat on him.
Yeah.
He knows that this is probably the toughest test of his career so
Right.
far. 8 fights in, you're ready to take that jump.
That's right.
Coach, I feel that around 8-10 is when it's time to make the move. What do you recommend for your fighters?
I recommend like the first 4, maybe getting the chemistry together. And I agree with you. Around that time, that 8th fight,
Yeah.
Ace ready to take that chance. Let's go ahead and take that chance. Because for one, we have to, time is going with a boxer. You know, with boxers, you know, we only have a certain amount of time, maybe 12 years. So, you know, we definitely, you know,
Yeah.
that 8th fight, we need to take.
Yeah, and it's
take
also
it.
knowing your fighter, because Jesus, when we look at the tail of the tape, 31 years old.
Oh.
That's it's time to
Okay.
make a move.
Right.
It's time to make a move.
Okay.
So,
Right.
you know, and this is the right step. 7-0-1 against a 15-6. I like that a lot. If you look at the odds, oddly enough, you know, the not a lot of money if you go for Roski
No.
Cristobal, and
That's right.
one would think when you see that record, it would be a much higher situation.
Right,
So.
exactly. Yeah, but the way he's in there now, he looks very confident, and I think he's ready to go to that next level, and I think he's ready to, you know, really test his skills.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, once
all
again,
about
this is for the WFC Professional Men's 147-pound weight division. Let's introduce our corners first. Fighting out of the blue corner with a professional record of 15 wins, 6 losses, and 3 knockouts. Fighting out of MMT Boxing, President Rojas Casabeto, Philippines, Rozeki Ironman Cristobal.
Yeah, he's definitely ready to go. This is gonna be a.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent across the ring,
excited for it.
fighting out of the red corner with an undefeated professional
ready,
boxing
though.
record of 7
You
wins,
can see it in his face,
no
he's ready.
loss, and 1 draw. Nakamura. Fighting out of Pride and Glory, San Diego, California, Jesus
Oh yeah, very confident. Very confident.
Rodriguez.
You know, being a coach, I can definitely see that he's definitely ready mentally to take on this fight.
Yeah.
You know,
He's way too high.
Definitely a good warm up in
Right
the
here
back.
from this goal down, it's low, right? See that goal? You can hit all up here. Right? Switch clubs if you want. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight scheduled for
Like
6
those
3-minute
gold
rounds.
trunks, man.
Referee in
I like
charge of
his
the
shoes.
action,
I was saying I
Ray
like his shoes.
Corona. Are you ready? Let's go.
He's ready.
All
Look at
right,
him.
guys.
He's ready.
Here we go. Cristobal Resendez, like we said, this is a great example of a step-up fight in professional boxing. Once you hit that 8-win mark, you try and find yourself a veteran like this, but a veteran with a winning record.
Right.
So, you know, Rose.
I think 15-6 is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's just when you see where the fights were, but it's that classic crossing
That's
the
right.
border. He's been in there with prospects, so those losses are those are losses that you can be proud of. You
Right.
know,
He definitely had that experience.
yeah. Both men seem calm
Yeah.
in there. Oh,
Look at that. Look
yeah.
at that.
oh
See?
yeah, okay.
Loopy little sneaking right hook over the top there that probably Resendez was not ready for.
Right.
Cristobal, a little unorthodox with that stance, huh, guys?
A little weird.
Yeah, yeah.
A little weird.
We'll see if it works for him though,
Yeah.
right?
See if he can figure it out, right?
Very
Definitely falls in the awkward southpaw category for sure.
Definitely. Definitely.
Look at his eyes.
Very patient though.
Yeah.
Very patient.
Yeah, and you got to love Resendez. He's got that old boxer nose, that pug nose they used to
Definitely,
call.
yeah.
You don't see that a lot anymore.
Not,
you know?
no. We definitely know he's put in some
Yeah,
work, right?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This could be, whoa, sneaky little left hook there from Cristobal.
He's very aggressive.
Yeah. There could be elements of a sloppy fight there, just as unorthodox as Cristobal is. You get the
Yeah.
southpaw versus
Exactly. I agree with
orthodox
that.
fighter. They're already stepping on each other's feet, back and forth. You guys see it in the gym all the time.
Definitely,
You know?
definitely. I usually try to keep that foot on the outside
Yeah.
a little bit, you know, so we can set up
Yeah.
that punch. Yeah.
We call it that battle of the foot placement. You just want to live on the outside.
Exactly,
But then you got
exactly.
two guys not fighting. You just got two guys looking at where their foot is for the
Right.
whole round. You know?
That, correct.
What's funny, though, is Resendez already seems to kind of be falling into Cristobal's pace. It
Yes.
seems like, you know,
Exactly.
you kind of want to take a guy like that and put him in your pace right
That's
away.
right. That's right.
He's controlling
Oh.
the
Yeah,
outside.
Oh!
Okay, okay.
He controlling it. That's what
He
happens
controlled
when you
that
control.
footwork.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Chill out, young man.
Yeah. And now that fair knockdown because the punch landed, but he obviously was in a weird foot position place. But
Exactly.
there we go with the unorthodox footwork that we were talking about.
That's
Those
what I
things
said,
can
it's
happen.
the footwork.
I mean, he could have just given away a 10-8 round right there just because he was being sloppy. I'm just charges in. I'm not a fan of you just definitely see a lot of guys drop the lead hand, of course, but he's actually resting it on his thigh. You
Actually
notice that?
rested it, Yeah.
You can't throw a punch from that position.
That's
you know.
correct.
Seems like you got to change it up sometime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little sneak.
Okay.
Oh, hey, listen, you gotta love it.
And if it doesn't count on the
Yeah.
scorecards, it definitely counts on the body, right?
Okay, but you're calling it as knockdown. Cool. Okay, referee Ray Canona letting us know here at the announcer table that is going to count as a knockdown. Said shoes are slippery, but knockdown is a knockdown. So.
Knockdown is a knockdown.
But you take a fighter like Roski, and you got to love how he plays to the crowd. You know,
It makes it entertaining, right?
Absolutely. You know, he's here to be a spoiler. He's not here to take a shot and lay down. He's going to have
right.
fun with this, no matter what happens.
We love an entertaining
He's here to
fight.
get his journey going.
Yeah.
In the boxing.
But again, he pulls off this upset. Suddenly, he's facing down a nice payday in his next fight because
Exactly.
he's got an undefeated fighter on his record.
right,
You know,
that's right.
so he's got a lot to fight for here tonight.
I'm just really interested to see the conditioning of these fighters.
Yes, absolutely.
Pardon him with the jab.
Again, this is just a classic lefty versus righty. Fall in and grab.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this all night.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's looking for that big punch,
Yeah.
man.
This could be one of the performances that Resendez, you know, a fighter like this, you have to fight these guys. They're out there. They become frustrating. You have to put in work. But I'm sure in front of the hometown fans tonight, you know, Jesus is absolutely looking at, he would like a stoppage.
He's definitely looking for that. And his fans are too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He seems focused, though. He
Yep.
seems really focused.
But look at that. Look at that stalking from Roski. Oh, nice short little right hand. But Roski's got all the veteran tricks if you got, I mean.
All the veteran
Yeah.
tricks. Sometimes that loss column means experience, right?
100%, as we were talking before the fight started.
That's
I think
right.
we're seeing that before our eyes.
That's right. You know, he's seen a lot of things. He's learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it a rough fight. You know, if you're in there against a guy who's well known for his speed and timing, you do need to tie up. You need to.
I mean,
get-
like we said, it's a test.
Yeah, Jesus is going to learn a lot from this fight one way or another, but.
Exactly. look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
He's like, I'm gonna look the other way. And
Yeah.
Right.
just shoot
Ray
this up the
Corona
middle.
warned that as a, as if it was an elbow, but it was kind of more just like an ugly uppercut. You know?
That's exactly what it was.
I like
Oh,
the short punch.
beautiful.
It's good.
That's
Oh,
what
my God. Oh, my God.
The
Jesus
attack is on.
unloading.
The attack is on, definitely.
And what did that start with? A sloppy haymaker from Roscoe. And then he walked into 4 or 5 punches. But
And I think Jesus is fighting this fight smart.
Yeah.
I think his corner, I think he's listening to his corner, and I think he's waiting on those mistakes. And when those mistakes come,
Yeah.
we see now that he's capitalizing on it.
we should note that Cristobal is from the Philippines.
Long way from home.
Yeah.
Philippine fighters are tricky fighters.
Yeah.
They're in and out. You never know what they're going to do.
100%. Oh,
See?
he landed
See?
a clean, hard shot there on Jesus.
Good body shot.
Yeah. And then he's just falling in. Just. Oh, trying to push him off.
Yeah.
It was surprising.
Last 10 seconds.
But you can see he's relaxed. And, that's
And he
good.
went in on the balls of his feet. Probably like Manny Pacquiao. You can
Boy,
see.
I was just gonna reference that, Coach. He's coming off to me like a really bad Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
Like he watched him on
Yeah.
TV and
Yeah.
that's it.
Exactly. But you know, as you guys well know, Coach, left-handed fighters are usually instructed to head to the right, get on the outside,
right.
get the foot out.
Right.
Pacquiao came along and threw that out the window
Threw it out the
because he
window.
kept diving in right, but he was so fast he could do it.
But Marquez
Yeah.
made him pay for that mistake, remember?
100%.
Oh,
you
my
know, it's
God.
funny you mention that. I reference that fight a lot to a lot of fighters. It took him 4 fights, but he was waiting to time
That's
that right
right.
hand for that split second that
That's
Pacquiao
right.
jumped over.
That's right. And that training camp, Marquez, they worked on that particular shot
Yep.
the whole camp.
Yeah.
I'm liking the fight so far.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell it's a test for the other opponent. And,
Yeah.
man, this
But it's interesting. Cristobal, he's a survivor.
he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, and he's trying to win in his
Yeah.
own way.
I think he's the more tighter fighter.
I'm looking at Jesus. Jesus is more patient. He's waiting for his mistakes.
Yeah, but we
And-
haven't seen what he's capable of yet.
Not
you know?
yet. Not yet. But he's patient.
He's got a he's
very
got a frustrating fighter in front of him.
Mhm.
Yeah. But these are the guys that you have to figure out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nice
he's
hooks.
unloading.
Nice
Gorgeous.
hooks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, beautiful
How
body
much
shot.
more that can he take?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, and he answers back.
Cristobal. We see
This
you.
guy is definitely tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
my
taking
God.
some shots.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Oh,
But how
my
many
Lord.
can you take?
Gorgeous
my
body
God.
shots.
Oh.
Just loading up on that right hand to the body. Oof.
He was really unloading right there.
An interesting note, we're talking about stepping up. 8 fights in, and this
Oh,
is the
my
first.
God.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be a
Okay.
shove.
Yeah, that's definitely a shove. But he's kind of slow getting up too. Like
But he
needed that.
you call that clock management. He knows how to let me shave a couple seconds off the clock.
Oh my God, he's hitting him with these hooks.
Yeah.
Very damaged.
You know, one thing that I would say about Jesus is throwing a lot of wide shots, a lot of
Yeah.
hooks. I'd like to see him
Yeah.
straighten it up a little bit, put it right down. When you are blessed with that type of height, I mean, as the ultimate boxers build,
That's right.
Right.
you know, you should be the king of 1-2s.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. I agree.
And you
with
can
that.
definitely see that too there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's available.
And
Yeah,
I think that's just being impatient. He needs to be a little more patient.
Yeah,
And I-
relax.
and I
he's
think-
frustrated.
relax a
Yeah,
little Because he has an aqua fighter in front of him.
yeah. But I mean, when you're staring down a guy like that who's got that lead hand literally
Oh
touching
my God.
his knee,
And staring at him with.
Yeah.
See, he's about to get
Oh,
off right
oh.
now. Oh my God.
Okay, here we go.
well, that's a beautiful
I don't know how much
flurry.
more
He's
does he-
Oh
unloading.
my God.
Yeah.
I think he's going to stop him.
Yeah,
Nah, this guy's tough. I'm telling you. This guy's been through this so many times.
This is 6th time doing this.
these are these frustrating guys. We keep going back to the
Oh
same.
my God. Oh my
See,
God.
there was that straight shot that we talked about as he
Yeah.
backed him up. There's that. That's how the fight started, with that weird looping right hook.
And back
And he's
to
trying it again.
back to Jesus' nose. You know, he's taking a lot of these shots.
Yeah.
So he's good. He's good.
Yeah,
he's really good. And he will last this storm out, I believe.
And we are headed to the final round, you know.
And I think we're going to need a stool in the blue corner. That might be smart, huh? There we go. There we go. Finally a stool count. I figured that. Stool count.
Checking out some replays here, guys. There's that flurry that we saw right above us.
Oh my.
Yes.
The Filipino is definitely a tough kid.
I mean, if you notice on that,
He like, stay down,
the
please.
disgust on the book.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this Brandon's got such a bag of tricks over here. Cristobal, he noticed when they were separating, he had that.
It's over.
Oh, the fight is over.
He turned the stool into a bed.
I mean, he did take a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took a lot of punishment.
That did it.
Wow.
Well, he's on the. Okay, the fight is over. We're not sure exactly if I think the corner called it. Something happened to Cristobal's leg. He's on the ground, and the trainer is. Looks like he's touching his shin.
Man.
He slumped down, like you mentioned, like he was laying
That's
down,
right.
but then he slumped right to the ground. I think something happened to the leg.
That calf.
Hope he's okay.
You know, it's not impossible that it's a cramp. It could be an extreme. That does happen in extreme Charlie horse.
Definitely.
You know? And when you're 3 rounds in a fight, you're losing, and you get one of those, you may want to be. It may be time.
It's a
you know?
mental thing too, you know.
Yeah.
Mentally, it'll make him stop too, you know.
Yeah, we'll see what the official decision was, but I believe the corner stopped it. He seems to be touching his leg. He seems to be fine. But for Jesus Resendez, I'm glad he got the stoppage.
Right,
you know?
Exactly.
I mean, he worked for it.
Yeah,
He
it's
worked
not
for
not how he
had
wanted
to
it, but it's a nice look on a record to get a stoppage against a guy with that
And
experience.
more importantly, I'm happy for the home crowd too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they deserve this.
Yeah.
You know, come out
And,
here.
and Jesus, look, he looked composed
He's
He
very
did.
patient.
with such a difficult guy.
Yes.
So that's a performance I think he should you know, he's going to learn from 100%.
And when you throw land that many body shots, you know,
Yes.
sometimes the after effect.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you start feeling it.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here,
Ladies and
coach.
gentlemen, at the end
I'm acting like my leg hurt real
of
quick.
3 minutes
We'll see the official
rounds,
decision.
referee Ray Corrado
job.
stops
Good
the
job.
fight, and winner by knockout due to advice of corner,
Good job.
Jesus Resendez.
He's a tough opponent, though. He
Definitely
he
a
was
leg
definitely-
injury. Definitely a leg injury.
Yeah. He really had a tough opponent in front of him tonight.
We hope Cristobal is okay, but again, it is a leg injury, so
Yeah.
he's limping out of the ring. Not sure exactly what happened there,
I
but
think it was the body shots.
yeah.
Or maybe
You think
just-
the body shots
I think- I think-
transferred down to the leg?
I mean, I'm not going to tell nobody, but I think it was the body shot.
Or maybe not sitting down the whole fight.
Man, oh, facts.
He didn't sit
He
down.
didn't sit down
the whole
no
fight
fight
until that
to the last
comeback.
round. Yeah. He was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and a sign of respect from Jesus, which you always like to see.
Definitely,
He
definitely.
could have been frustrated that he was a little awkward, if not maybe a pinch dirty, but he showed respect.
Definitely respect.
Nice win for his hometown crowd.
Good job. Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some free swag out there from Pachanga.
Guys, we're getting ready for our co-main event.
One of the
coming up.
official sponsors
we
of the
have
Los Angeles
Angel
Lakers.
Munoz, 5-0, undefeated, young prospect, is taking on Keith Carson, 1-6-1. Now you hear the record and you get a little worried. Maybe it's an overly matched fight, but Keith Carson is an incredibly durable fighter. He has only been stopped once in his 6 losses. So he comes to fight. Again, you see a record like that, and sometimes it can be very deceiving. Plus, he comes from an extensive MMA background.
Definitely.
So this is not necessarily a boxing opponent.
MMA fighters are really hard to fight.
Yeah.
Think
They
about
have
it.
that aqua style.
His nickname is Danger.
Yeah.
His nickname is Danger.
Yeah.
You got to live up to that name.
Yeah.
And if you danger, I'm gonna stay away from you.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I'm excited for this fight.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want to shout out to, again, one of the wonderful sponsors that we have here. Let's talk about Drunken Ape Whiskey. WFC, good friends here at Spectation Sports with our friends Drunken Ape Social Club. Community-run spirits company, some of the best whiskey and vodka on the market. See the QR code. Scan that bad boy. Check out the complete Drunken Ape.
Now with Angel Estrada from right here, Temecula Angel.
Use code
Your opponent fell
BETMMA
out,
for 10%
but you're still
off
here
your
supporting
purchase.
your team.
Drunken Ape
I tell you, it's a
Social
bummer.
Club.
A lot of people came out who came out to see Angel Estrada tonight?
Well, I'm really looking forward to this 154 part.
I know you prepared hard, and I'd say it's kind of a bummer you didn't get to fight, but I know you have something to say to all your fans out there.
Number one, I give all glory to God all the time. That's number
you got
one.
bumped?
And I really appreciate everyone that's come out to support this man. 36 years old. Everyone thinks you can't do anything in this game. I was 250 pounds a couple years ago. Now I'm
So
living
we
my
going
dream.
to the main event?
I'm not stopping until I get to the top.
Yeah,
I
his-
appreciate every single one of you guys.
No show.
Angel, I know it's not going to take long for you to find
was the
another
guy-
opponent,
his
so
opponent was supposed to
guys, stay tuned. This guy's going to be back in the ring before you know it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined with Alexander Prim Gutierrez. Come over here, brother. Your opponent also actually fell out. I know that's a bummer. You come dressed good, man. Look at all those. Look at all
colorful
those
guy.
diamonds. What do you have to say to your fans out there tonight?
First of all, I just
like
want to thank
that.
everybody from Dan Henderson's Athletic Fitness Center, UFC Gym Marietta,
cool.
Legacy Fitness. I appreciate you guys. I just want to
He's
thank you,
definitely
God,
shouting out his
first, foremost.
sponsors.
Thank you to all my friends and family, and thank you to my coach, Vincent. I know you're out there somewhere. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you to WFC. Thank you to Matt, the promoter. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I want to see you all at the next show. Let's go, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Very good
Alexander
energy.
Prim.
He gets the crowd going.
That slogan, let's go, baby,
All right,
that's a
boys.
motivator, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look for these two fighters to be back in the ring before you know it.
Definitely.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it brings us to our next fight of the night. Our next fight of the night is the co-main event of the evening. Our co-main event is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the men's 154-pound weight division. Let's bring them out. First, the blue corner.
And while they're heading to the ring, let's talk about another one of the great sponsors here. We always got to shout out our good friends at Chime. WFC Boxing on Spectation Sports is brought to you by Chime. You're going to have a code on that screen. It's going to be a QR code. So to download the Award mobile app and manage your money on the go, there's no monthly fees, no service fees, no overdraft fees, no minimum balance, no hassle. Manage your accounts on the go. Sign up for Chime now and secure your debit card and checking account today. Banking services provided by the Bancorp or Stride Bank. Members FDIC. See chime.com for details. There it is, chime.com. Hit that QR code. Check out our good friends at Chime. Thank you for always supporting Spectation Sports. And we want to thank all our viewers around the world. Numbers are crazy tonight. Everybody tuning in for the big Cyborg fight. We are in our Kona main event, so we are one fight away from the main. We're going to see the durable Keith Carson in the ring right now, strutting it up. Who's going to take on Angel Munoz, the undefeated Angel Munoz. And guys, what's interesting about this, Angel Munoz is undefeated, but the majority of his young fights have happened in North Carolina. Not necessarily a hotbed for competition.
I thought that. I wasn't going to say it,
Oh,
but you said it.
Please,
So
please.
I'm glad
Eli,
we
please
thinking the
say it.
same thing.
Exactly.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent tonight, the red corner, Angel Munoz.
Right now, the Fayetteville.
A lot of fans. He is now from the area. So you look at the record. He's going in there against a 1-6-1 guy. This is the toughest opponent of his career. Interesting to say when you're fighting a 1-6-1 guy, but we are seeing a step up in a sense, you know.
Right.
Records are deceiving in boxing.
Because you can lose by close decisions. And that's the thing. You never know.
Yep, absolutely.
So you always got to be prepared, right?
100%. Co-main event, guys, we are packed here. Every seat is full. People are excited. It's beautiful, beautiful venue. It's been a great night so far, but the buzz is for Cyborg. They want to see the legend in the professional ring.
I'm excited for it, man. I'm
Absolutely.
excited.
Super excited for it.
I like his shorts. I'm going to throw that out there. I like his shorts.
Yeah. You are a fashion connoisseur. What do you think about the Rastafarian weed leaf socks on Mr. Carson?
I was like, the weed leaf? Like, you couldn't hide those? You know,
Yeah,
so these are the only
yeah.
socks I had.
The only socks I had. Got him in the gift shop.
Yeah, I'm in the gift shop. You know, it's when that
Wow.
uncle tell you, hey, I bought you some socks for your fight.
Right,
And
right,
it's your
right,
favorite
right.
uncle.
Hey, the first thing that I'm going to say about just from visually looking at these gentlemen, besides the great sock attire, is Munoz is a big 54.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
once
a
again,
big
I can see this
is the
early stoppage. I can see
co-main
it.
But Carson does
of the
rounds.
evening. Let's introduce our fighters first. Fighting out of the blue corner with a professional boxing record of 1 win, 6 loss. Fighting independently out of Poma, California, Keith Carson.
Hey, that Carson looks like a warrior.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner with an undefeated professional boxing record of 5 wins, no loss, and 4 knockouts, fighting out of KMF Boxing, Oceanside,
What's real interesting,
California,
Elijah Garcia's
Angel
dad is in his corner.
Machete.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Elijah Garcia's dad's in his corner.
Oh, so he got a, oh, my God. This is
Yeah.
definitely going to a knockout.
We bring our fighters to the center of the ring.
going
First,
to a
first,
knockout.
So what you saying? He has that
Gentlemen,
touch.
I've given
Oh
you
my
instructions
God.
in the
Elijah
dressing
Garcia's
rooms. The
getting
belt
Jesus
lines are
Christ.
good on both
I feel bad
sides.
for
Touch
him.
gloves if you want. Go back to your corners and wait for the bell.
All right, guys. First thing I want to say
ladies
is
and gentlemen, this fight scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Referee in charge of the action is the man himself, Ray Armendariz.
all right, I'd like to see their tat.
Pachanga, are you ready? Let's go!
I'd like to see their tattoos fight. Just right off the chest, go at it, Moana style. Let's
Come
do
on.
it. You know?
All the warrior tattoos is in effect tonight.
Here we go. And again, Carson is known for a
Okay.
great chin, a
Wow.
durable opponent. So let's see a stoppage from Munoz would be
Oh.
a big, big,
Oh, my
impressive
God.
win.
Did you see
Already
that
already that 1-2 landed.
Jesus Christ. He's not playing.
Be first.
God, I mean, Munoz looks like a light heavyweight, guys.
He
I mean,
does.
he must have put on it. Be very curious to see what kind of weight he put on. Here at the California Commission, you're only allowed to put on 10%, or you get checked, and they will stop you from fighting at that weight in the future. Usually, it's a 3-strike rule. But man, did he look like he rehydrated? I mean, that's a very big man. Oh, beautiful body shot.
2 gallons of Gatorade. Right. Surprisingly, both fighters are very tight.
Again, Carson, 8-fight veteran, only stopped once in those 8 fights. So,
You know, he's definitely a test.
you can see he comes from MMA, though. You get that pawing with the MMA guys where the hands tend to come out on
Exactly.
a defensive thing.
Oh, wow.
Carson seems very relaxed.
Nice body shot to finish off the combination from Munoz.
Nunez is very patient, but I think he's looking for that knockout. I think he's
Yeah, he's throwing big
yeah,
shots.
He's throwing big shots out the gate. know how many more of these shots.
I don't think
Big
he can take a
shots.
lot. Like,
I just think Carson's having trouble with that height. You know?
Definitely.
Oh, that was a monster.
Jesus Christ.
Monster left hook. And Carson took it clean on the
Took
chin.
it clean.
Didn't even
He-
seem
He
affected by
didn't
that.
even clinch. He didn't even flinch one time.
Again, it's what we were talking about going into this one. He's been known to stay in the fight.
And he's kind of aggressive, too. Very aggressive.
Coming in on the last 30 seconds. I mean, a dominant Munoz round without a doubt.
Definitely,
But
definitely dominant.
Let's go, Keith. Side by side jab.
oh my
Get
God.
that jab going. There you go. Get that jab going.
coming into the end of the round. Oh,
Munoz putting it on him.
that was a beautiful straight right hand from Munoz.
Don't rush. Don't rush.
All right. Carson survives the first round after taking a lot of big shots. What a chin, though, guys. He
What
didn't
a
even seem
chin.
phased.
At all.
I can't see Carson last another round.
I actually can.
You can?
I actually can.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
he just took some amazing shots.
I mean, that is his reputation, though, is
Yeah.
to do those rounds.
Yeah. Ooh. You got to understand this guy only been stopped one time. He's taking some amazing shots in this round.
It's always interesting when the cut man has to double as a hairdresser. That's what's happening right now above
Exactly.
us.
Let me
Get
make
out that
sure-
war, get out that war tape. We're losing the hair. You know.
And speaking of MMA, look at his ears.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
yeah.
is a veteran.
You called that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
definitely called that really good.
Munoz looks poised, though. You know, very nice performance so
Oh, my-
far.
he looks
Definitely.
amazing.
Relaxed. Throwing some good combinations.
Excited for this round. Let's see what we got.
He's very relaxed. Munoz is very relaxed.
Visually, he looks like Ryan Garcia a little bit. You get
A
that?
little bit.
He actually.
It's the hair, right? It's the hair.
In the face.
Yeah, that chiseled.
Yeah. Just in shape.
Gorgeous 1-2.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, my God.
I like how he's sneaking that uppercut in there. You don't see that from a lot of fighters.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
There we go. Up top. That cross is there. He's reaching.
Nice body shot.
There you go.
Now, that's how I could see you stopping a tough man like this. Is maybe
Definitely.
going to the body. Yeah.
Don't. Be first, though. Let's go. There you go.
He's
Chin down.
actually on line, too, waiting for that big right hand
Yeah.
from Munoz.
Let's go. Don't wait.
Yeah, like, because he's not getting a lot of firepower back, he's not having to think about defense a lot. But if there's one flaw I'm seeing from him, and you just nailed it, Coach, is Munoz isn't really moving that head at all. It's staying
all.
right down the
At
line.
all, right on the line.
Even after he works, it's staying right there. So,
Your head.
Staying tight.
yeah.
Go,
Stand
Keith,
tight.
go.
But
Wait,
Munoz is
too
putting
much.
it
There
on
you
him.
go. Stay on him. Stay
Good
on him.
footwork so far from Munoz. Uses his distance really well.
Uppercuts there. Work. Let's go, Keith.
Oh, my God.
Gorgeous. 2 punches right to the body. Nice work. Yeah, I really think for Munoz, it's just staying on that jab. Just continuing to break him down behind the jab.
Be first, though. Don't wait.
And if we get back to the footwork,
Uppercuts there.
he's definitely keeping that foot on the outside. He's definitely the line.
Carson's tough.
The left hand.
Carson's really tough.
He's
Yeah.
really tough. He's taking some.
Hey, Keith, again.
Keith did land a shot there leaning in, you know.
What are you doing?
Sometimes all it takes is one shot,
Yeah.
right?
He just can't really seem to,
Let's go.
he can't seem to get into work, and that's what he's trying to do, but he's just being controlled on the outside. There's a nice 1-2 from Carson. See, that's where he's got to work, right there.
Right there.
Yep.
When he gets that opportunity, he has to take
Yeah.
advantage of it.
Oh my
Definitely.
God.
He's not in a position to give up any time where he can actually.
At all. At all.
Munoz is countering him.
Keep the pressure.
Let your hands go, Keith. Touch him up. Touch him up.
Be first, Keith. Keith, be first.
You know, Munoz is landing a lot of shots, but you get the feeling the crowd wants even more. I mean, I think they want a stoppage from their
Definitely.
boy. Yeah,
They're
they
looking
haven't
for
had to
that.
really see him. Most of his fights being in North Carolina. You know, you want to give the fans,
Yeah.
you know, I came home to, handle business. You know.
I'm back home.
Yeah, and he looks sensational, not taking any away from the
Exactly.
performance. But a stoppage would be beautiful straight left hand.
Uppercuts
It
there.
seems like he's getting warmed up.
He's lining up the left hand. If it's a stoppage, I think it'll be that straight left hand. I mean, the way he's.
Oh, shot after the bell. You know, we're seeing it again in a different way. In the last fight, we were seeing the experience that you get from a real awkward, crafty lefty, but now we're seeing the experience you get from a very tough man.
That's
because
right.
He's tough.
Yeah, you can unload the chamber, and when that guy's still standing there,
He's
you have to
still there.
figure out.
You got to be mentally ready for something like this.
Yes, yeah.
Because that can affect the mental.
Yes. You like, I'm hitting this dude with everything I got.
Yeah.
But Muñez, he's patient, he's smooth, and he's hitting with shots that you shouldn't be getting hit
Then you
with.
start to think about your gas tank a little bit. Halfway through that fight, you're like, do I need to pull off a little bit? Because he ain't going. And maybe I want to hear that bell ring.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think that's what the coach, keep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And just such respect to a fighter like Carson. He's there to fight. He's there to fight, you know.
He's a warrior. He's definitely a warrior.
He clearly comes from a different discipline, but he's absolutely given everything he's got. Halfway point. 2 rounds in the books of our co-main event here between Angel Muñez and Keith Carson at WFC 163.
Oh, my God. Muñez.
He's just catching him coming in. You know.
And that's what I like about Muñez. He's very patient.
Oh, nice body shot.
Oh, and then he
my
catches
God.
a monster hook up top.
He's still coming.
You know what's funny is Carson just landed actually 2 beautiful body shots, and he paid for it with 2 hooks to the head. It's like, oh, that can get frustrating. You know, it's like.
He keep walking in.
Yeah.
Muñez looked beautiful, though.
Yeah. Oh, that was a gorgeous one, too. Then he followed it up with a hook.
How much more can Carson take?
Little touch straight left hand there.
I like
Another
Muñez.
1-2 right
Oh,
down
my
the line.
God.
The footing is perfect.
Yep, gorgeous. I'd just like to see him go down to the body a little bit more.
Yeah.
When you hit a guy in the head with a sledgehammer, he doesn't go anywhere. Well,
Yeah.
put the sledgehammer somewhere else. See what happens. Because, I mean, clearly Carson has a chin.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Nice. I think we lost the mouthpiece there, guys. Yeah.
He's a tough opponent.
Carson lost his mouthpiece, so.
Carson's like, I'm not worried about that. Let me hit another hook to the body and get 2 hooks to the head. And trade. Let's trade. Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Minute to go here in the third.
I think Muñez is going to appreciate this test.
Yeah, Carson.
He's a tough fighter.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I can
yeah,
definitely see those
sensational.
hooks are doing their toll on him.
He's one of these guys that gets brought out to some small town for some. Oh! Muñez unloading.
Oh,
crowd,
my God.
crowd can
Muñez.
smell blood.
Is he going to get a second stoppage?
Oh.
Is Carson going to get a second stoppage?
I still like how he's setting all those big combinations up with the jab, though. That's
He
classy.
is.
Oh, wow, just walked into a monster 1-2 and keeps coming.
And keeps coming.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
Like,
Guys, these punches are landing directly on his chin, you know?
he's walking through it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
The referee may want to think about coming in here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the fans want the stoppage, but Carson will not go. He keeps fighting back.
I think he's ready to go.
Wow.
I
Wow.
don't think he's ready to go. He's been looking like this, coming back to this chair.
Maybe like, hope he's ready to go.
Yeah. And what a fighter. Carson just told his coach, I'm good, you know.
I'm good.
I couldn't handle all that pain.
Yeah.
Coach, get me out of here, please. Oh, my God.
Guys, we're going into the 4th and final round of our co-main event, and then it is go time. It is the big main event. if you are tuning in all over the world here on Spectation Sports to see Cyborg return to the professional boxing ring. It is almost here. The time has come. And man, you can feel the energy in this room. People want to see her.
You can tell they're just waiting for it.
Yep, you can feel
waiting
it.
just to scream for no
Yep.
reason.
Pack crowd.
Look at
Last
this
round. Let's see what we got here.
Jeez.
Let's see what this straight left does.
Ooh.
It's starting off good. Yeah. He's trying to give the crowd what they want. Hey, I'm back to California. I'm back in California.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Combinations.
And you know, and Carson just landed 2 right hands. Just sensational.
He's
Fun fight. I mean,
It
Munoz has
is.
been
he's composed.
Yeah, Munoz has been completely dominant, but I mean, man, what a test he has in front of him.
I love how he's taking it, though.
Ref is looking really closely. Just told Carson to show him something. Oh, Munoz, this fight's about to be stopped, guys.
Munoz definitely wants to take care of his fans. He wants to definitely get
corner stoppage. Oh, that crowd is
That
pumped.
was amazing.
Yeah, and pure respect to his corner for stopping that fight.
That's right.
Yeah, pure respect to his corner. There was no need. He was not in the fight. He was not. There's no need for a moral victory in a 4-round fight.
Munoz just gained a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Carson.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan
of
of
Carson,
Carson,
too. But
Like, this guy's heart is tremendous.
wow, that was an amazing fight.
Yeah. Absolutely class move by the corner to stop that fight. In fact, I don't think you see it enough in boxing. There's too many of those, the moral victory. Like, congratulations, you did all 10 rounds. Now you have to go to the hospital, but you lost all 10 rounds.
Right.
Live to fight another day. Live to fight another day.
Oh my God, I was just about to say that, man. You hit it right on the button.
You know, when I see a corner stop a fight, I know that they really love the fighter. They really
They care. Yeah,
it's bigger
I
than
believe
boxing.
that. Yeah.
Definitely because
Nothing worse than a brave corner,
It could be one punch away from that guy.
And you have to know your guy. You have to know your guy to know those telltale signs that it's time,
Because some fighters will never stop. They will never stop.
100%. Well, that's what makes them special.
That's right. They can be their own worst enemy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring our 2 fighters to the center of the ring, and at 55 seconds in round number 4, referee Ray Armendariz stops the fight and winner
was a really good
by
fight.
knockout and still undefeated Angel Machete Munoz!
Angel should absolutely be proud of that fight. He stopped a guy that is virtually unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
No, really.
Only one person before has stopped this guy.
Yep.
Angel Munoz!
That
See
was
what he
an
has to
amazing
say.
fight.
You know how many knockouts you got now?
5 knockouts.
That's 5 knockouts, ladies and gentlemen. Undefeated now, 6-0. You came in, you fought smart. Tell us about how it went tonight.
Hey, like you said, I fought smart. That's what I do. I try to take the least damage possible and land them as much damage possible.
Let's talk about your corner right behind me. These guys put in a lot of work with you, a lot of training hours. I know you want to give them a lot of credit.
Of course, they get all the credit, man. They help push me. They help make me better. I wouldn't be here without them.
What's next? 6-0. Where are you going next?
I'm continuing to take over Southern California, make my name known around here, around the world of boxing. You guys are going to see me real soon.
Are you going to give us a hint? What's coming up?
Another knockout coming up.
And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, undefeated Angel Munoz.
All right, fellas, here we are. We are at WFC 163 on Spectation Sports. We want to welcome everybody worldwide who is subscribed to Spectation Sports who have joined us tonight. The numbers are phenomenal. You see it on the screen. It's go time. Chris Cyborg returning to the professional boxing ring against Kelsey Wickstrom. It is our main event. It is the talk of the boxing community tonight. It is the talk of the MMA community because of what's on the line. You're looking at the number 4 female welterweight in the world. Chris Cyborg currently unranked due to inactivity. She wins tonight, she is in the top 10. A top 10 will then open up the ability for her to fight any of the big names in women's boxing. And with her now being a member of the PFL that Bellator has entered PFL, if you want to call it that, she is still the Bellator champion. No decisions have been made yet with her MMA career. That's why she's here tonight boxing. But she has talked openly, as she did it in the Ring magazine this week with Francisco Salazar, that I'm interested in Claressa Shields. I'll do it in the cage. I'll do it in the ring. I want the best female boxer
Pachanga
against
Resort
the best
Casino.
MMA fighter.
Wow.
You know what time it is.
The fans will go crazy.
Who's ready for the main event?
This crowd is amazing. This crowd is
The energy
amazing.
in here.
We know who they're here for.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's fights are being
All of
sanctioned by
them.
the California State Athletic Commission.
imagine?
Timekeeper
Chris Cyborg.
in progress right by ringside, Lerona Godaway. Ladies and gentlemen,
With the great
this
goat.
is the moment you've been waiting for, the main event. This fight scheduled for
Claressa Shields.
6 3-minute rounds at the WFC Women's 154-pound weight division. Introducing first, the blue corner, Kelsey Wickstrom.
All right, here comes Kelsey Wickstrom. Guys, upset specialist. First fight went in there with a regional amateur champion and won. Second fight won. A fight that she was supposed to win. Gets the call, gets the opportunity to play spoiler. Where else do you get to fight one of the best combat sport athletes in your third professional fight?
Man.
It's a crazy world, but she wants to seize the day tonight. She wants to change her life. She could with a win. She is tough. She is tough.
We love upsets.
And she definitely has the motivation.
Yes.
We love
100%.
upsets.
Yeah.
We don't want it, but we love upsets.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the type of person, Kelsey Wickstrom, works a day job, is a mom, is a relatively ordinary person with the exception of the fact she's about to fight an absolute legend in mixed martial arts.
What type of motivation is that? Oh, my God.
You know, it's her Rocky moment. Yeah,
Right.
that word's thrown around a lot in boxing, but this is her Rocky moment, you know. Oddly enough, from a betting standpoint, guys, she's only a -200 dog. So the bookies feel that she has
A chance.
some type of chance.
Yes.
To make an upset tonight.
Man, I'm excited.
But what is that feeling like? She's standing above us right now. What's going through her mind knowing that she is going to face
It's happening.
a Hall of Famer? There's no way out. You have to accept that this is about to occur.
That's it. It's happening.
I'm going to show my age, but it reminds me of the DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince song, I Think I Could Beat Mike Tyson. You guys go back that far? You do, Coach.
Definitely.
Eli, probably not you. You're a youngin', you know.
First of all, I'm 56. Don't tell nobody else.
But you know what? That's the same thing Buster
And ladies and
Douglas said.
gentlemen, her opponent
It
tonight,
does happen.
fighting out of the red corner, Chris Cyborg.
Here she comes. All the fans are on their feet. Cameras are up. They want to see the star.
It's quiet in here now. All
Guys,
camera lights is on.
I want to give a statistic to you that is literally mind-boggling. She has only lost once in 20 years. In the past 20 years, she's only lost once.
Wow.
She's won a title in every major mixed martial arts, organization.
Wow.
Her career is stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning. First ballot Hall of Famer. And quite frankly, she's in boxing because she's chasing a new opportunity.
Greatness.
But she wants that big fight with Claressa Shields. She's mentioned the name. She knows that that's where the money's at.
That's where the money is.
And there she is.
The energy is amazing in here.
The
Benavidez
legend
Senior in
herself,
her corner.
Chris Cyborg. Jose Benavidez Sr. in the corner, coach. Let's talk about that. She has trained. Tail of the tape really quick. 36 years old, Kelsey Wickstrom. 38 for Cyborg. Older, but fair. 5'8", same height, virtually the same weight, virtually the same record. Cyborg did have one other fight that does not count on her official record in Brazil. So you're looking at a 2-0 versus 2-0. Same size fighter. But it's just the mixed martial arts experience is insane. But she has been training for this fight for 3 months, and she hooked up with Jose Benavidez Sr. She is getting high-level boxing training, guys.
Definitely.
And that is what's scary about Wickstrom. Living up in Northern California in Redding, working out of a mixed martial arts gym, you simply cannot get the type of work that you're going to get when you're with Jose Benavidez Sr. in San Diego.
I can totally agree with you on that one.
She looks ready.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. She looks ready.
She has a presence, guys. There's no doubt about it.
It does.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the main event of the evening. Let's introduce our fighters first. First, fighting out of the blue corner, standing a whopping 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighing in at 152.8 pounds, with an undefeated professional boxing record of 2 wins, no loss, fighting out of Corey's Boxing, Redding, California, Kelsey Wickstrom. And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighing in at 154.8 pounds, with an undefeated professional boxing record of 2 wins, no loss, an MMA legend, fighting out of Chris Cyborg Gym, San Diego, California, by way of Brazil, Chris Cyborg. We bring our 2 fighters to the center of the ring for instruction.
This is good here, this is good, nothing below. Touch gloves if you want. God bless.
Once again, 6 3-minute rounds. Oh, Pachanga, are you ready? No. Are you ready?
Wow.
Let's go.
It's about to happen.
Here we go, guys. I think the first minute of this fight is going to be very telling of where we go. Yeah, first thing I'm going to notice is you got to love the sponsors. Wickstrom has a tattoo shop and a construction company with a phone number. Cyborg has some of the biggest brands in entertainment. So it just kind of shows you visually the difference.
Ooh.
Cyborg, nice head movement, nice shoulder movement from Cyborg, already pressing the action.
Oh my God.
Big right hook lands already from Wickstrom. Wickstrom has to make some statement early if she wants to make the distance and win this fight.
Definitely.
Give Wickstrom credit. If you notice, she was looking to time that right hand. She was actually looking to counter it after Cyborg's punch, which hopefully they have a good game plan, and that I think would be it. The jab.
Cyborg's totally staying off line.
Yeah. One of the fighters needs to establish this jab early, I think, to start setting the pace, because Cyborg just has that intense pressure.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally.
Do you like the movement from Kelsey? Oh! My God, an overhand right directly on the temple. Wickstrom is down and out, falls flat on her face. Referee Ray Corona waves it off, and just like that, Chris Cyborg with a first round one-punch knockout. This place has gone ballistic. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
I don't think she even seen it coming.
Wow, she just loaded up, went right over the top, and that was all she wrote. Wickstrom fell directly on her face.
It was the intensity.
Wow. Wow, just like that. Here's the replay, guys. Should be a right hand right over the top. Boom! Right on. That was right. Looks square on the head, maybe even the temple. Wow. and she brought it over the top. That wasn't a traditional right hook. That was an overhand. Wickstrom was in another place. She gave it a shot. She tried to get up, and it head right back down to the canvas. What a display of power.
Wow.
What a display of power. She's thrilled. Cyborg is feeling it. Let's hope Wickstrom's okay, though. Yeah.
She's definitely sending a
Wow.
statement to Claressa.
That was a hard shot.
Yes, I mean, she put everything behind that, and it landed on the button. Wickstrom looks fine, but it's funny in terms of damage, and you guys know well, Coach. Single shots really don't have a long-lasting damage. It's the long, brutal. It's the acclimation. It's funny.
That's
You can
right.
get knocked out with one shot, and everybody
like, "What
freaks out.
happened?"
You're fine.
That's
30 seconds later. But, you go through an 8-round fight, and you look like you get hit by a truck.
That's right.
Wow. Hey, if you want to talk about dominant, if you want to talk about a statement, if you want to tell Claressa Shields,
I'm ready.
can crack.
Hey, I'm
I
ready.
can crack. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Now, granted, that's not a lot of ring time. That's not a lot of time in the ring.
Yeah.
But when you can hit at that level,
Yeah.
let's be honest, women's boxing,
You might
it's
not.
not known for a lot of knockouts.
right.
Wow. She made
Wow.
a statement tonight.
Statement, 100%.
Wow.
That word is thrown around a lot. But if a single one-punch knockout in the first round isn't a statement,
Was this the only knockout tonight?
early on.
Okay.
Yep. When you guys were freshening up, there were, we had 2 stoppages. Yeah.
Listen.
Wow. I mean, that was a highlight reel knockout.
And she set it up.
Wow. Fantastic. Her team has to be thrilled with that.
Wow.
And again, somewhere Claressa Shields is watching this broadcast, and she's talking all sorts
Ladies
of
and
smack 'cause
gentlemen,
she's great at
we
it.
bring our
and
two
she would
fighters to the
love
center
to probably
of
get
the
a piece. She
ring.
already
How
probably
about making
sees
some
things she
noise
could
for both
exploit.
these fighters here tonight? And ladies and gentlemen, at
Cyborg is
121 in
all
round
smile.
number 1, referee Ray Corona stops the fight, and winner by knockout and still undefeated, Chris Cyborg!
What a performance. Let's go up to Drew for the interview, see if Claressa Shields is brought up in conversation tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to be joined with Chris Cyborg, an MMA legend coming over to boxing and taking home her 3rd victory. It's got to feel good.
You know, I want to say thank you for glory, all glory for God. Thank you. He opened opportunity for me to be here because here I am. I don't need it to be here, but I train hard and I learn every day. I want to say thank you for Kelsey accepting the fight. Thank you everyone for coming here, for appreciating me. Thank you the event. May all glory to God. He saved my life, and I come here to give big show for you guys.
Chris, you're super successful in MMA. Now you're coming over. You're 3-0, super successful in boxing. What's next for Chris Cyborg?
You know, I like challenge. I like overcome every day, train every day. I want to say thank you for my team, Benavides team. Everyone's helping me doing the camps. I train all the end of the year, training, fight my family. You know, I'm ready. Who would like to fight me? I'm ready. I'm really train hard. I'm learn every day. I'm a white belt in boxing, but I'm training every day. Focus every day. Kayla, you next. You next.
Let's talk about that. You talk about you're ready whenever. I'm going to bring up a name, Claressa Shields. Will we see you with Claressa Shields this year?
She can make 147. She can make 147,
Will it be in the cage or in the ring?
We can do both. We can do ring and cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I'll tell you what.
Options.
Not only are you a great ambassador for the sport, you're a great person. You do a lot of good out there with all your nonprofits. On behalf of the whole boxing and MMA community, we want to thank you for all you've done for the sport.
You know, guys, I like to help the community. I think it's nice to share your experience, share your faith. It's really important because this God put me here, and I'm willing to do more fights like that.
Well, we're honored to have you here at Pechanga. Ladies and gentlemen, undefeated Chris Cyborg!
Well, there you have it. Your winner, Chris Cyborg. Guys, we're going to take another look at the, let's see what this shot, this overhand right on the forehead. Oh, she
One
wrote
shot.
flat down. Okay. And we got another angle coming, guys. This is the one we've been looking to see.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
right.
Hey, I just want to say congratulations,
Good
Chris Cyborg.
night.
One time I was standing in line to get
And
your
Wickstrom
autograph, but now I want to
tried. You see that
challenge you to a
stiffness? She
fight.
tried to get up and she
You've
went
been
back
an
down.
idol to me since I've been young in
Uh-oh.
the sport.
Uh-oh.
You're an awesome fighter. I love what
Christine
you do.
Ferrara from
Congratulations on your
BKFC
knockout
crashing
tonight.
the party.
You know, I was ready. I was training. I'm in here training. Thank you for being here. You know, I have heavy hands. It's going to be hard.
Yes, ma'am, I know that, and I want to challenge you of doing that.
Let's suit up, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at
We
that.
got
The
it teed up.
BKFC
Our next
champion
fight right here,
has barged
right
the ring here at
now. Make some
WFC.
noise.
Wanting a piece of Chris Cyborg. Is Cyborg ready to head to bare knuckle? I think she's going to want that Clarissa Shields money a little more.
she wants that Clarissa
Yeah. Christine Ferrara.
I want to see it too.
Yeah, it would be great to see
Ladies and gentlemen, on the
arguably
behalf
the
of
greatest
Pachanga.
female fighter of all time against
That's
one of the greatest female MMA fighters.
That's a big fight.
That's a big fight.
That's a big
Clarissa
fight.
Shields, she struggles for a dance partner.
Yes.
You know, she's cleaned out the division. All right, guys, let's do a recap of the evening here at WFC 163. What an amazing success in our first our title fight tonight in the amateur division. Just an incredible fight. Tanako with the stoppage in his first professional debut. Then we saw, Brandon Theron getting stopped. We're watching Brandon Theron getting stopped in our first professional fight of the night. Second fight of the night, Ulysses Navarro with a perfect straight right hand stoppage. Before you guys got here, it was crazy. This was a brawling battle. John Pardarcy showing a lot of heart. And then the Superman punch. I guess it's only fair that tonight there was a Superman punch. And the fight that you guys joined me for, obviously Jesus Resendez against a very game Roski Cristobal, who ended up having an energy. And guys, we were all blown away tonight by Angel Munoz in the co-main event, getting the rare stoppage against a very durable Keith Carson.
Very tough, Keith Carson.
Big win. Eli, I know you were. And here it is one more time. Let's see that shot. Overhand right, show over, boom. The rare knockout in women's professional boxing. Cyborg knew it. Here's this great angle that our great team, Mike and the guys got. Boom, flat on the face. Incredible. Just been a tremendous night. WFC 163. Thank you for joining us on Spectation Sports. Thank you, Pachanga Resort and Casino. Coach Keith, Eli, thanks for joining me and making it down. It's been a pleasure. You guys are the absolute best. I hope to do it with you again very soon. The arena is filing out. Look at Cyborg taking pictures with the fans. I don't know if we can get that with camera, but absolutely classy on her part.
Very
to
classy.
say hi to everybody, saying hi to all the fans. Just a great night here at the Pachanga Casino and Resort. I'm signing off. This is Chris J with my good friend Eli, Coach Keith. We called it. We saw it. It was rock and roll. Big Drew's here.
Beautiful night.
Unbelievable, Drew. Unbelievable.
I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed.
Yeah.
Full of shocked.
Wild
Then we
night.
get a call out at the end? What
Yeah.
the hell was
Oh,
that?
my God. Great work, Drew. Great work.